What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 2031 Beerus, you can joke, ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. So this kind of delicacy is absolutely impossible to be copied. What? Did you say that Mr. Roger made all these delicious delicacies? Whis looked at Roger in disbelief, completely unable to associate these delicacies with Roger. A warrior with such strength can actually make such delicious food. This really made him a little hard to believe. Beerus frowned slightly. Apparently he had the same thoughts as Whis. He also felt that such delicious food, how could it come from a warrior? How can Son Goku and Vegeta not cook food like this? Even the two of them can't even cook, the gap is too big in comparison. They're just two mindless scumbags. If these foods were really made by this guy from the 6th universe, then even if he were to exchange Son Goku and Vegeta for one, he would not hesitate. Wow, really? Did you really make such a delicious thing, Roger? Son Goku was also shocked, and asked directly, "You must know that the delicacies you eat cannot be produced even by some of the first-class delicacies on Earth." Although he has no money, he often visits Bulma's house. "So I ate a lot of delicious food, but there is no food that can be compared with the Zhengqi pork and fish head with chopped peppers just now." "Well, I did it all." Roger nodded. "In fact, these are some common foods in my previous life. It's just that in this world, no one has done this before, so they will feel surprised and feel delicious." Cut. Not only is he powerful, but he is also good at cooking. Is this Saiyan from the 6th universe? Vegeta looked jealous. "You must know that you were Prince Saiyan, a genius of the fighting nation. I didn't expect to be suppressed by this guy everywhere. This feeling is really uncomfortable." Advertisement. How is it, Beerus? Is the food in our 6th universe much more delicious than the instant noodles in your 7th universe? Champa snorted with a terrified face. In fact, looking at Beerus and Son Goku, even an idiot can tell by their expressions, that this match was completely won by the 6th universe. Cut. Beerus curled his lips. Then he said, "Although I really don't want to admit it, the food in the 6th universe is indeed better this time." "Hey Champa, can I make a deal with you?" Beerus suddenly had a plan. "Since the food made by this guy is so delicious, why didn't I change this guy? In this way, wouldn't he be able to eat such superb food every day?" "Deal?" Champa was taken aback. But she immediately felt that Beerus was making a deal with her, and that was definitely not a good thing. But he still wanted to hear what Beerus had in mind. Then he asked, "What trade, Beerus? You can tell me and listen." "This transaction is very simple. That is, I will take 20 planets from my 7th universe and exchange that guy." Beerus pointed to Roger with his fingertips and said. "Anyway, the 10 planets are of no use to him. If Roger can be replaced, this guy can cook himself delicious food every day. You must know that I am a picky foodie, and now I eat such delicious food. If you can't eat it in the future, you will definitely feel uncomfortable." Wahahaha. After hearing what Beerus said, Champa burst out laughing directly. He jumped forward and backward with laughter and couldn't even straighten his waist. "Feed the fat pig. Why are you laughing?" Advertisement. Seeing Champa's appearance, Beerus couldn't help getting angry. "This B*********** D, is what I just said so ridiculous?" I said, "Beerus, do you think I'm stupid, or is your own brain broken? You actually exchanged 20 useless planets for Roger with me. I think you've slept so much over the years that you've lost your mind." Champa was still laughing. Beerus's level of joking is getting lower and lower. He actually exchanged 10 useless planets for Roger. Has he forgotten that he is also a god of destruction, and that he is also in charge of a universe? There are so many planets in his own universe that he can't even manage them. He actually said such nonsense. Not to mention 10 useless planets, even if half of the universe is exchange, I don't think it will be exchange. This is the obsession of a foodie, dead fat pig. This laughter really makes people angry. Beerus clenched his fists tightly, wishing he could rush up and beat Champa right away. But there is no way. It is not allowed to fight between two gods of destruction. If there is a fight between the two gods of destruction, the two universes will disappear. Except in special cases. For example, with the permission of Master Zeno or Grand Priest. Alright, Beerus. Don't make such low-level jokes in the future. Today I have seen the results I want. Now I'm going back to enjoy other amazing food. You and those two guys have fun." Champa waved to Beerus and was about to leave. "The main purpose of my coming today is to see Beerus's face after eating the delicious food. You've seen it now, so there's no need to stay in the 7th universe. 032 Beerus, I want to compete with you. 8 more data." Advertisement. Wait a minute Champa. The food competition just now was indeed won by your 6th universe, but do you dare to compete with us again? Beerus obviously didn't give up, and stopped Champa directly from behind. "Oh, are you trying to compete with me? You think I'm afraid you won't succeed, Skinny?" Champa is naturally not to be outdone. Although it is true that his strength is not as good as Beerus, there is even a big gap between them. But Champa is not afraid at all. Because even if they really fight, Angel will stop it immediately, and it will be hard to tell the winner in the end. How can you be my opponent with a fat pig like you? And the gods of destruction are not allowed to fight, you and I know this very well. The fight this time is not about Roger from your universe and Son Goku and Vegeta from our universe, Beerus said coldly. That tone and gesture obviously didn't take Champa seriously. After all, when it comes to strength, there is still a big gap between the two of them. Cut. You really like to joke, Beerus. Didn't you already try it a month ago? I heard that these two guys from Universe lost badly. Why, do you feel that the last loss was not miserable enough, so you still want to continue to be humiliated? Champa said with a sullen face. One must know that the 6th universe has already defeated the 7th universe, whether it is the food competition or the human strength of the respective universes. To put it more bluntly, he has already defeated Beerus. After hearing this, Beerus's face suddenly became ugly, and then he glared at Son Goku and Vegeta. These two useless guys know how to embarrass themselves all day long. Master Champa, let me have a little discussion with Roger. During this month, my strength has improved a lot, please. Son Goku on the side couldn't help but said immediately. The reason why I practiced desperately during this month is that I hope to have a good fight with Roger. How could I miss such a good opportunity today? Roger, what do you think? Do you want to try again with that guy, are you sure? Advertisement Champa glanced at Roger and asked. Although he is very confident in Roger's strength, the guy in the 7th universe also has a strong divine power in his body. Not so easy to deal with. Actually, to be honest, I don't have much interest in them. Because they can't be my opponents, Roger said something with a face of indifference. Even the current Son Goku has been able to transform into the full power form of Super Saiyan Blue. It is absolutely impossible to be his opponent. This kind of battle is a bit too boring for him. Good Beerus, we promise. Since you want to say it again yourself, how can we not fulfill you? Hearing Roger's confidence, Champa agreed on the spot. Anyway, what I like to see the most is the angry look of Beerus. If Roger beat those two guys from the 7th universe again, Beerus's face should be quite ugly, right? This is what I like to see the most. Okay, then it's a deal. But this game, naturally, it needs a lot of prizes. If Son Goku and Vegeta win, Roger will become the 6th universe, Beerus immediately said to Champa. This is his real purpose. I must play today and leave Roger to make delicious food for myself. Cut, skinny. So you still don't give up, don't think about this kind of thing. I absolutely can't agree. Champa waved his hand directly and refused decisively. Master Champa, I agree to compete with them. Roger suddenly stood up. Then he looked at Beerus and said, but I have one condition. Roger, you're crazy. If you lose, you will be a member of the 7th universe, and I will never agree. Champa stopped immediately. Although I really believe in Roger's strength, this kind of thing is still risky. Advertisement: if Roger loses, he will not be able to eat the best food in the future. Master Champa, are you so unconfident in me? Did you forget that besides being able to become Super Saiyan IV, I also mastered the perfect Ultra Instinct? Not to mention the two of them, even the real gods of destruction may not be able to defeat me. Roger smiled at Champa and said confidently. Son Goku and Vegeta themselves are not interested, but they are still interested in the strongest gods of destruction, Beerus. If you can fight against him once, it will definitely be a pretty good opportunity for yourself. Maybe through this opportunity, I can break through my own limit. This is too risky. No, Champa still didn't want to agree. Ultra Instinct is really strong, and those two guys from the 7th universe have absolutely no chance of winning. But just in case something happens, Roger, how about? Forget it. Vados also looked at Roger and said. Logically speaking, Angel should be in a neutral position. You shouldn't speak at this time, but for some reason, I didn't want Roger to leave the 6th universe. Maybe it's because Roger can make food that suits his taste, or there may be some other factors in it. For a while, she couldn't tell. Vados, trust me, I won't lose. Roger looked at Vados and said very seriously, alright. Seeing Roger's serious expression, Vados could only nod. Champa also understood Roger's character, so he stopped dissuading him. Those two guys shouldn't be Roger's opponents, right? Not bad. A little courage. This kind of result is naturally what Beerus likes to see the most. Tell me, what's your condition? It's very simple. After I defeat Son Goku and Vegeta, I want to fight with you. Roger looked at Beerus, the corner of his mouth slightly raised, and said. This is his purpose. 033 together. Vegeta's Super Blue full power. Ask for flowers and evaluation tickets. Advertisement. After Roger's voice fell, even Pa and Vados had expressions of surprise on their faces. They didn't expect Roger to have such an idea and wanted to challenge Beerus. You must know that Beerus's strength is the top existence in gods of destruction, and there is a big gap between Champa and him. Although Roger's strength is indeed very strong, it is absolutely impossible to be Beerus's opponent. You're crazy to challenge Beerus. That guy's strength is definitely not something you can imagine, let alone something you can handle. Champa immediately snapped at Roger, and Beerus, who lost the game, was angry. If he takes it out on Roger, it's going to be a bit of a mess. Roger, you are indeed a little too confident this time. Master Beerus is very powerful. Even if you master the perfect Ultra Instinct, you can't be his opponent. Vados immediately reminded in a low voice. How can I become stronger if I don't challenge someone who is stronger than me? Training can indeed improve my strength, but if I want to become stronger, I must hone it in actual combat. Roger said to Champa and Vados with a firm gaze. Anyway, it was just a game. Even if he lost in the end, Beerus couldn't possibly kill him. And even if he wanted to kill himself, it would not be so easy. You stupid. Champa cursed. I really don't know what's going on in this guy's mind. How does he know he's being abused every day? When I was in the 6th universe, I was abused by myself every day. And he seems to be very happy. Now it's Beerus's idea. That guy is different from him. He won't show mercy when fighting. Oh, did I hear you right? You actually want to challenge me? Billions of years, this is the first time I've heard such stupid words. Advertisement, you don't think you can be unscrupulous in front of gods of destruction with a little strength? Beerus smiled coldly and said, never since I became gods of destruction have I heard such stupid and ignorant words. No human being dared to be so violent as to challenge himself. By the way, Son Goku should be the first one, after all, that guy's brain is not working well. But judging from the current situation, Son Goku is not the only one whose brain is not working well. You needn't be so excited, Lord Beerus. I heard that you are the strongest gods of destruction, so I just want to experience your strength. Seeing Beerus with a sneer and even a bit of disdain, Roger didn't care, but said lightly. That guy actually wants to challenge Lord Beerus. It seems that he doesn't know the strength of Lord Beerus. Son Goku and Vegeta discussed in low voices. In fact, at the very beginning, Son Goku also challenged Beerus. Only at that time, Son Goku could only become Super Saiyan 3. Beerus defeated Son Goku with 2 easy moves. Well, for the sake of your persistence, I will fulfill you. Beerus nodded, accepting Roger's challenge. Anyway, it's just playing casually with him. His own strength is absolutely unimaginable, but let's say in advance, only if Son Goku and Vegeta defeat me, I will be considered a member of the 7th universe. If Lord Beerus beats me, it's not considered. Roger looked at Beerus and said. Cut. It doesn't matter, Beerus replied casually. After more than a month of training, the strength of Son Goku and Vegeta has also been greatly improved. It is estimated that the current strength of the two of them should be able to deal with Roger, right? Then please advise, Son Goku and Vegeta. Then, Roger looked at Son Goku and Vegeta and said lightly. Advertisement, what? What do you mean? You mean to let the two of us go to bed together? Son Goku looked at Roger suspiciously and asked. If this is the case, then this guy is too big, right? He actually wanted to defeat himself and Vegeta by himself. This is absolutely impossible. You must know that you and Vegeta are not the same as they were a month ago. Well, let's go together, so we won't waste some time. Roger also said very directly. Anyway, even if Son Goku and Vegeta go together, it is impossible for him to be his opponent now. And he can't wait to compete with Beerus and feel the power of the strongest gods of destruction. Cut. You arrogant B**********, D. Stop being self-righteous. I, Vegeta, can beat you to the ground by myself. After hearing Roger's arrogant tone, Vegeta was furious. You must know that I have been training for a full month, but this guy is still so defiant, and he has to shoot with Kakarot himself. This is simply the greatest humiliation to myself. Kakarot, I can teach him a lesson without your help. Vegeta yelled at Son Goku, then clenched his fists. Ha! Then with a roar, Blue's arrogance instantly burst out from his body. The hair and pupils also turned into blue at this moment. After turning into Super Saiyan Blue, the blue arrogance around Vegeta's body was absorbed into his body little by little. In this way, the breath of Super Saiyan Blue will not be leaked. This is the full power state of Super Saiyan Blue that he achieved after a month of practice. Ah, I don't want to join forces with you either, so let you go Vegeta first. Son Goku also has no plans to join forces with Vegeta. If two people join forces, then this kind of contest will become meaningless. 034 Sister, you seem to care about Roger. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, cut. These two self-righteous fools. Hearing the conversation between Son Goku and Vegeta, Beerus curled his lips and cursed. At this moment, if the two of them join forces, they will definitely be able to defeat Roger. But it is absolutely stupid to go up one by one. It's just that it's not easy for me to intervene now. Since the two of them want to fight alone, then this time I will follow their ideas. But if both of them lose, I will definitely teach them a good lesson. Roger, I didn't have the chance to fight you last time, but now, I will definitely defeat you with my own hands, and prove to everyone that I am the strongest Saiyan by Gita. With a confident arc on the corner of Vegeta's mouth, he pointed to the tip of his nose with his thumb and said very confidently. No one knows what kind of training they have received this month. So they don't know to what extent the strength of themselves and Kakarot has improved. Since you want it so much, I'll give you the title of strongest Saiyan. Anyway, I'm not interested in such a fake title. Roger said indifferently. The strongest is made with fists, not just talking about it. Even if he is really not as good as Vegeta, he can never be Saiyan's strongest. Damn. You be ********D. Seeing Roger's indifferent expression, Vegeta immediately became angry. I thought this guy would argue with himself, but now it seems that there is no such plan at all. This kind of indifferent and even contemptuous attitude made him extremely unhappy. Call out, as soon as the words fell, Vegeta's body rushed towards Roger. I have to say that Vegeta's strength has indeed improved, and his speed is much faster than a month ago. Swish swish swish. In the blink of an eye, Vegeta threw out more than a dozen punches. Every punch carries fierce power and influence. Advertisement. The wind-shocked air is rustling. Roger backed away. Aha! With his arms suddenly drawn apart, Gold's arrogance erupted from his body in an instant. At the same time, Roger turned directly into Super Saiyan 4. Okay. So strong. This guy is much stronger than a month ago. How is this possible? Son Goku's expression on the side suddenly became serious. Because he felt that Roger's aura had changed drastically compared to a month ago. Although his form has not changed, his aura has increased several times. You must know that during this month, I and Vegeta have gone through desperate training. And it was Whis who guided me to practice. I thought that the improvement of the two of them was amazing enough, but I didn't expect Roger to improve more than them. From this point of view, I and Vegeta will lose again today. Are you kidding? This D's anger is much stronger than before. Damn, how could such a thing happen? Just when Roger broke out his aura, Vegeta also looked bewildered. Then his face also became serious. With just such a momentary burst of anger, he already felt the gap between the two. Sister. He is your apprentice. Whis glanced at Roger slightly in surprise, then looked at Vados and asked. With such a powerful strength, it is indeed qualified to challenge gods of destruction. Roughly the same. The cultivation of those two was also guided by you, right? Vados looked at Vegeta and Son Goku and asked. If it weren't for Angel's guidance, it would not be so easy for a human being to reach this level. That's what Master Beerus meant. Whis smiled and replied. Advertisement. It seems that the two of them are not Roger's opponents, Vados continued with a smile. For some reason, there was a bit of pride in the words. It looks the same. My sister seems to care about that Roger very much. Whis also noticed the clue. You must know that even if you are Angel's apprentice, you shouldn't feel so proud. My sister's expression just now was obviously a little bit wrong. Come on Vegeta, hurry up and beat me. After becoming Super Saiyan 4, Roger hooked his finger towards Vegeta. Cut. Self-righteous B*********D, I will not lose to you. Vegeta gritted his teeth and rushed directly towards Roger. Although he knew very well that his strength was indeed not as strong as Roger's, but at this moment, he was already on the verge of attacking, and had to do so. Ha! Vegeta charged up and punched out, snapped. However, it was easily caught by Roger, and then he grabbed Vegeta's wrist and threw it out forcefully. With the palm thrown out, Roger spread his 5 fingers, and a series of energy balls shot out from the palm continuously, blasting towards Vegeta. Vegeta hastened to dodge. Rumble. A row of energy balls continued to explode, and Vegeta could only move quickly. Wherever the energy ball went, the ground exploded directly, gravel and dust flew up, and one after another scorched pits appeared. Vegeta is completely suppressed. There is no chance of winning at all. Son Goku frowned and said in a low tone. 035 The difference between clouds and earth, defeating Vegeta with one move, asking for flowers and evaluation tickets. Advertisement rumble. Rows of energy balls poured down like raindrops. Vegeta could only dodge in haste. Because he can feel that these energy balls contain very terrifying energy. If you are accidentally hit, it will definitely not feel good, and you may even be defeated because of it. Damn. I can only dodge in such embarrassment. Obviously my strength has become so strong. Why is it still like this? While dodging, Vegeta clenched his fists tightly and screamed in his heart. No, I can no longer hide like this. Because of such avoidance, it will only make one's energy exhausted quickly. In this way, he would not be able to win the battle at all. Thinking of this, Vegeta's feet suddenly exerted force, and a huge sinkhole was suddenly burst out of the ground. Then the body jumped up. The speed was extremely fast. In an instant, he was behind Roger. You be *********************************** D. You are too smug. Let labor and management get down. Without any hesitation, Vegeta swept his leg towards Roger's waist. Swish. The terrifying power seems to be able to tear the entire space apart in an instant. And Roger's body was also split in half directly. What? Afterimage. Seeing the situation in front of him, Vegeta's expression changed wildly. My speed has been brought to the extreme just now. Why was I still kept secret by this guy? And how he avoided it, I didn't see clearly at all. Okay, it's amazing. I dodged it. Where did Roger go? The astonishment on Son Goku's face was no less than Vegeta's. Because at that moment, he didn't realize where Roger went or when he left his original position. Advertisement. This is the same as Beerus and Champa, Vados and Whis 4 people. The color is still very calm. He looked down at the place above Vegeta's head, because Roger's figure at this time is right above Vegeta's head. Cut. That guy's speed is so fast, it seems that Vegeta can't be his opponent at all. The guy from the 6th universe is indeed a bit proud. Beerus frowned and commented on Roger. Then he turned his head to look at Whis, and asked, Whis, how much stronger is Son Goku than Vegeta? Ho ho ho. Whis naturally knew what Beerus was thinking, so he covered his mouth and smiled, and then replied. Master Beerus, the gap between Son Goku and Vegeta is actually not very big. Even if he is stronger than Vegeta, it won't be much stronger. Such an answer naturally made Beerus frown even deeper. Because in this case, wouldn't it mean that the two of them have no chance of winning at all? How about Beerus? Are the humans in our 6th universe much stronger than those in your 7th universe? Champa was naturally complacent. After all, Roger's advantage was there, and his worries began to disappear at this time. Cut. Shut your mouth and die, fat pig. The battle is not over yet. Beerus cursed viciously, then looked up to the sky again. You be ****************** D. Get out of here. Vegeta has also discovered that Roger is on top of his head at this time. This guy is simply playing with himself. Then he blasted out with his right hand, and the energy ball rushed towards Roger like a dragon. Then let's decide the outcome. Seeing the energy wave rising into the sky and rushing towards him, Roger spread his 5 fingers, and terrifying energy instantly condensed from his palm. In that energy ball, there is crackling gold lightning. See Lala. Lightning swam away like a small snake, and the clouds above Roger's head were instantly crushed. The sky darkened little by little. Why is that guy's energy so strong? Advertisement. Beerus looked at Roger in surprise. This is not like common energy at all, but it is weaker than destructive energy. Master Beerus, it's because Roger compressed the energy of the common infinitely, and the infinitely compressed energy has undergone a qualitative change, so people feel such terrifying power. After hearing Beerus's doubts, Whispering explained lightly on the side. Then he added, it looks like Vegeta will lose completely this time. Although Vegeta is already considered a very powerful existence among humans. But compared with Roger, the gap is still obvious. Aha! When everyone was shocked, Roger's palm pressed down directly, and the energy directly collided with Vegeta's energy. Almost at the moment of energy contact, Vegeta's energy wave rapidly collapsed at a speed visible to the naked eye. What? What? Impossible! Seeing his own energy wave being swallowed up in an instant, Vegeta was sweating profusely, with a terrified look on his face. Boom! Eventually, the energy directly swallowed Vegeta's energy waves. And Vegeta's body was shot down in an instant, and a huge sinkhole was directly smashed into the ground. The whole person was lying on the bottom of the pit, his combat uniform was torn and scorched black. Has become back to normal, coma in the past, Vegeta. Vegeta. Son Goku and Beerus frowned at the same time. I didn't expect the gap between the two to be so big. The real Roger defeated Vegeta in an instant with a crushing attitude. Gap. It was so big. 036 in times of crisis, comprehend Ultra Instinct? Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, hey, I didn't expect the gap to be so big. Whis also said in surprise. Then he waved the staff in his hand lightly, and a group of silver-white light instantly surrounded Vegeta's body. Soon Vegeta's wounds will not heal completely, tch. Damn it. After waking up, Vegeta clenched his fists tightly, eyes full of unwillingness, and hammered the ground hard. Although very angry and unwilling, he also knew the gap between himself and Roger. Are you all right, Vegeta? Son Goku is gone, trying to help Vegeta up in the past. But Vegeta slapped his hands away and stood up by himself. Then he looked at Roger with a slightly cold gaze. Kakarot, I'm no match for that guy, and neither are you. Ah, I feel it too. His strength is really strong, and I can't deal with it. Although the battle has not yet started, Son Goku has already predicted his own ending. Although I am not a self-deprecating person, but in reality, his strength is about the same as Vegeta's, even if he is stronger than him, he is only a little bit stronger. Vegeta lost so easily, then it might be impossible for him to defeat Roger. Call out. After finishing speaking, Son Goku jumped up and appeared directly in a position balanced with Roger. Still want to fight? Son Goku. I think you should be very clear, you can't be my opponent? Roger glanced at Son Goku and then spoke lightly. Ma. That's true. I really can't beat you, but I won't miss such a good fighting opportunity. Son Goku nodded, and then the desire to fight flashed in his eyes. You must know that when I fought against Lord Beerus, I also knew that I had no chance of winning. But still no stage fright. Although the current Roger is very strong, there is still a gap between him and Lord Beerus. Moreover, he understands a truth very well, that is, he can improve his strength more in actual combat. Okay, then come on. Roger could only nod his head. Haha. Haha, advertisement. Son Goku clenched his fists, his body suddenly became one, and in an instant he became Super Saiyan Blue. The breath is also absorbed into the body like Vegeta before. It can be clearly felt that Son Goku's chi is indeed stronger than Vegeta's. But not many are strong. At this level, it is impossible to be Roger's opponent. Kamehameha. Bo. Haha. At the moment of becoming Super Saiyan Blue, Son Goku cast Kamehameha wave directly. Because he knew that the opponent in front of him was very difficult to deal with. And after knowing Roger's true strength, he no longer needs to do any testing. Come up and just zoom in. Roger also condensed a huge energy ball in an instant, and then blasted towards Kamehameha wave. Rumble. The moment the two energies collided, they exploded directly. The entire God realm shook violently at that moment, and cracks as thick as thighs appeared on the ground. But soon, those cracks will all recover. Whoosh. In the next second, Son Goku's body flashed, and he arrived in front of Roger and launched an attack. Swish swish swish. The shadow of the fist is like the wind, blasting out continuously. Although Son Goku and Vegeta have similar auras, Son Goku's punching speed is much faster than Vegeta's. Probably this is what Whis said before, Son Goku has no worries when fighting. But when Vegeta was fighting, he had many concerns, so he couldn't display his full strength and speed. This is also the real reason why he has been unable to surpass Son Goku and understand the true meaning of Ultra Instinct. Shish. Son Goku was still punching fast. Roger dodged the attack with a calm face. I've been evading and can't shoot, you look down on me too much. Looking at Roger, who kept dodging and didn't fight back, Son Goku said. If you keep fighting like this, then this battle is too boring. Really? Then let's fight hard, Roger nodded. Advertisement. Then the right fist came out like lightning, grabbing Son Goku's blasting fist. Then he pulled back hard, and the knee was directly pressed against Son Goku's chest. Son Goku's complexion changed drastically, but in an instant, he blocked it with his other arm in front of his chest. Boom. A powerful knee hit Son Goku directly on the arm. The vast force directly sent Son Goku flying. The body flew upside down a distance of several hundred feet before barely coming to a stop. Good. Amazing power. Son Goku's face became more solemn, and he felt that his entire left arm had completely lost consciousness at this time. There were bursts of dull pain in the chest. While shocked, he raised his head and looked at the position just now. Roger's figure had completely disappeared. It's not a good thing to be distracted at this time. Suddenly, a cold voice came from behind, and Son Goku broke out in subconscious cold sweat. Before the brain had time to react, the body turned around suddenly, raised his arms, and protected his chest. Boom! Almost immediately, Roger's whip kick landed heavily on Son Goku's arms. Rumble. This time, Son Goku's body plunged directly into the ground, and the gravel flew wildly. Actually reacted. It's really unbelievable. Although Son Goku was swept away with one kick, Roger had a surprised expression on his face. Because Son Goku actually reacted just now, and he blocked his own attack. This is absolutely impossible for the current Son Goku to do. His reaction is absolutely impossible to be so fast. His brain is absolutely impossible to react, but his body can make predictive actions autonomously, and he won't. Thinking of this, a shocked expression appeared on Roger's face. This guy wouldn't have comprehended Ultra Instinct at a critical moment. 037 Lord Beerus, please enlighten me, ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, it shouldn't be possible. If Son Goku has mastered Ultra Instinct, he should be able to cast it. It seems that it was just a coincidence. Roger immediately denied the speculation in his heart. Although Son Goku's cultivation talent is indeed very strong, and his Xing is also very suitable for cultivating Ultra Instinct. But it shouldn't be so easy to master. You must know that this is a divine skill that even destroying Shendu cannot master. Whis. Mr. Son Goku seemed to realize that ability in a flash just now. Did you teach him? At this time, Vados on the side asked. As angels, they could tell at a glance that Son Goku's reaction was quick, absolutely without brain thinking, but subconsciously resisted by the body. Yes, sister. I did teach him Ultra Instinct, but it didn't work. At that moment just now, his body may have sensed a crisis, so he reacted subconsciously. Whis nodded, then spoke. In fact, at this moment of crisis, it is the time when the potential in the body can be most stimulated. It seems that Mr. Son Goku is also very talented in cultivation. Vados nodded, and then said lightly, you must know that ordinary people cannot practice Ultra Instinct at all. Because there are too many things in their hearts that cannot be discarded, the more unstable their mentality is, the less they can reach the peak. Cough cough cough. Son Goku got up from the bottom of the pit, coughing violently a few times. Although he was not hit directly on the back just now, the pain also made him feel heart-piercing. The chest was more like being hit by some big rock, it was stuffy and uncomfortable. Wow, it was really dangerous just now. If I hadn't reacted, I probably wouldn't be able to stand up now. Son Goku patted the dust off his body and said in great surprise. Roger's attack was too terrifying for him. Just a whip kick has that much power. If he was hit in the chest head-on, he would probably be lying on the ground unconscious by now. But at the same time, he was also curious about what happened just now. Advertisement because of such an attack and such a fast speed, I couldn't react at all. But for some reason, at the last moment, he reacted and quickly made a blocking action. All this seems to be beyond my imagination. Kakarot actually stood up. Although I don't want to admit it, this guy is indeed stronger than me. Vegeta folded his hands on his chest, looked at Son Goku and said with envy. I couldn't react to the situation just now, and after suffering such a heavy attack, he probably couldn't stand up anymore. Cut, although I have stood up, there is no chance of winning this game at all. Beerus looked rather ugly. The wishful thinking in my heart, this time I'm afraid it will be completely in vain. Unexpectedly, under the training of Whis, the strength of these two guys is still unable to surpass the guy from the 6th universe. After a moment of shock, Roger's body flashed and appeared in front of Son Goku. Then without any hesitation, he directly launched a storm-like attack. This time, he was going to knock out Son Goku quickly, so every punch, every kick went all out. Even after being attacked just now, Son Goku still stood up. But the breath can no longer be restored to its peak state. In the face of such a stormy attack, Son Goku obviously struggled to defend himself. Boom! Roger punched Son Goku in the chest, directly smashed Son Goku into the air. His feet rubbed against the ground, and he flew 100 feet away. Roger turned his body slightly, and pointed his right hand at Son Goku. Call out! An energy ball shot out from the palm instantly. Seeing this, Son Goku quickly raised his arms to block. Boom! The energy ball precisely hit Son Goku's arms, knocking him back more than 10 feet. Advertisement whoosh. Bang bang bang. The energy balls hit Son Goku one after another, and Son Goku's body exploded continuously. 2 deep marks were directly plowed on the ground by both feet. Haha. I lost all feeling in my arms, and it really isn't Roger's opponent. Son Goku smiled wryly. At this moment, he felt as if his arms were falling with lead weights, and he felt as if he was bearing a mighty force. I can't lift it up at all. The breath also became more and more wilted. It's over, Son Goku. Roger looked at Son Goku who was tottering like a flatboat, and the energy ball in his palm quickly condensed again. See lala. Electric arcs flickered continuously in the energy ball. Obviously, Roger didn't hold back anything this time, but went all out. Call out. Boom. In the next second, Son Goku's body flew upside down. Then hit the ground hard. The martial arts uniform on the upper body has been completely burned by the energy, and the whole person is lying on the ground, panting violently. Although he didn't pass out, he obviously lost his fighting power. Cut. Losing to that guy again, it's really frustrating. Looking at Son Goku, who fell to the ground, Vegeta clenched his fists and said. This was a huge humiliation for the two of them, at least for Vegeta. After defeating Son Goku, Champa was naturally excited. The hanging heart finally let go, and Roger turned his head to look at Loon Beerus, shrugged his shoulders and said with a smile. I'm really sorry, Master Beerus, it seems that I don't have the good fortune to become a member of the 7th universe. Then next, I will ask Lord Beerus to enlighten me. 038 Beerus's terrifying strength is completely suppressed. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, cut. Something to get carried away with. Don't think that if you defeat these two trash, you will have the capital to be on par with gods of destruction. Beerus narrowed his eyes, and a cold light shot out from the two slits. It is clear, at this time, he was in a bad mood. Not only did he fail to achieve his goal, but now he has to accept this guy's provocation. For a gods of destruction, this is a very embarrassing thing. Champa, on the other hand, rarely taunted him, because at this time he was still a little nervous. He is very aware of Beerus's narrow-mindedness. Roger easily defeated Son Goku and Vegeta in front of him, which was equivalent to slapping him in the face. So if he really fights in the future, he may not know what outrageous things he will do. Master Beerus, what you said is too serious. I just asked you to enlighten me. I don't think I can be compared with gods of destruction. Looking at Beerus, who was bursting with anger in his eyes, Roger also replied lightly. Although I am very confident in my own strength, compared with the most destructive Beerus, it is definitely much worse. I still have this confidence. Even if he has mastered the perfect Ultra Instinct, it is absolutely impossible to defeat Beerus. Because in the second season of Dragon Ball comics, Beerus is quite powerful. Even Son Goku, who has mastered the perfect Ultra Instinct, cannot defeat the boss Mara. But Beerus admitted that he could kill Mara in an instant. It can be inferred from this that Beerus's strength is still unfathomable, with a ceiling. Cut. His tone of voice is disgusting. Sure enough, you are really not suitable to stay in the 7th universe. Beerus frowned coldly, because in this guy's eyes, he lacks due respect for himself. After seeing himself, he behaved very plainly. This is completely different from Vegeta and Son Goku. Advertisement, I think so too, Master Beerus is absolutely right. So I'd better stay in the 6th universe. Roger's tone and expression were still very flat. If he is just a common person, or a common person in the 7th universe, then his attitude towards Beerus is definitely not like this. But unfortunately, I am not a common person, and it's not from the 6th universe, so there's no need to pay respects to Beerus. There is no need to speak according to his preferences. Seeing Roger's tone and expression, Beerus's face became even more ugly. Don't you want to compete with me? Well then, show me all your strength. Beerus said yes, because he himself felt that this guy was too arrogant. If he didn't teach him a good lesson, he would feel sorry for himself. Hey Beerus, this is just a simple contest, you shouldn't take it seriously. Seeming to see Beerus's anger, Champa immediately joked. In fact, he was acting aggressively. He hoped that Beerus would not hurt Roger after saying such words. Shut your mouth, fat pig. Since you don't know how to discipline people in your universe, let me discipline you for you. Beerus cast a cold glance at Champa. Then he looked at Roger, his eyes were cold. It seemed that at that moment, the temperature of the entire god realm dropped suddenly. Call out. As soon as the words fell, Beerus's body rushed towards Roger in an instant. It has to be said that Beerus's speed is much stronger than Son Goku and Vegeta, and it can be said that it is not an opponent of the same level at all. The body was in front of Roger in an instant, and then he punched out without warning. Roger yanked back, dodging Beerus's fist. It's just that while Roger was retreating, Beerus's body followed closely behind, at an astonishingly fast speed, as if he had cast instant transmission. Unable to dodge, Roger quickly raised his arms, and then blocked his face. Boom. The power of a punch was like hitting the entire universe, and Roger instantly felt a huge force coming from his arm. Advertisement, then the body flew upside down uncontrollably. Boom boom boom. Rumble. Roger's body directly shattered more than a dozen mountain peaks in the process of retreating rapidly. The mountain as hard as iron was directly smashed into pieces. And after Roger smashed more than a dozen mountain peaks, he put his feet on the ground and retreated a distance of several tens of feet before stabilizing his body. At that moment, Roger felt that his hands were a little out of control. Amazing. Is this the real power of Lord Beerus? He knocked Roger back with a single punch. Son Goku and Vegeta looked at Beerus in surprise. Originally, they knew that Master Beerus was very powerful, but they didn't expect to be so powerful. They all knew very well how powerful Roger was. But Master Beerus easily knocked back with a punch, which is enough to show that Master Beerus is stronger than they imagined. Ho 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 ho. Gods of Destruction's strength is more than that. Looking at Son Goku and Vegeta, who were extremely surprised, Whis on the side smiled and said. While several people were talking, Beerus rushed towards Roger again. That is to say, the speed is astonishingly fast, and Son Goku and Vegeta are completely unable to see Beerus's movements clearly. Even Roger can only see the idioms of Beerus. This shows that this guy is really serious about this battle. It seems that when Master Beerus fought me last time, he didn't use any strength at all. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to keep up with his speed. Seeing Beerus's speed at this time, Son Goku suddenly realized. The next time I become a Super Saiyan God, I will fight on par with Master Beerus. Now it seems that Master Beerus also put too much water. 039 admit defeat. Sorry, I still have cards. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. Oh, you finally understand. Master Beerus hasn't used all his strength so far. If Master Beerus uses all his strength, even Roger can easily defeat him. Whis at the side replied with a smile after hearing Son Goku's shock. The strength of Master Beerus is absolutely impossible to be compared with anyone or gods of destruction. TCH, I originally wanted to surpass gods of destruction, but now it seems that it is simply impossible. Vegeta also had a rather ugly complexion. In fact, it has the same purpose as Kakarot, both of which want to surpass gods of destruction. But now it seems that this is almost impossible, because even if they reach the realm of gods, there is still a world of difference from gods of destruction Beerus. Moreover, this gap cannot be made up easily. Vados, if Beerus hits hard anytime soon, you'll do it. Champa whispered to Vados, because from what I knew about that Beerus guy, he was full of anger now, and he would definitely take it out on Roger. At that time, maybe the shot will be heavier. It is even possible to directly use the power of destruction. If that is the case, no matter how strong Roger is, he is absolutely irresistible. Master Champa, do you think this is really good? Master Beerus shouldn't be cruel, right? They're just fighting for a while. Vados glanced at Champa, then at Beerus who was fighting, and then spoke. That's because you don't know that guy. Anyway, you should do as I tell you. Champa continued. Whatever happened to Roger, it's not just about my own food in the future, although it also plays a very important part. But after 5 years with Roger, he already regards Roger as his friend. So it's absolutely impossible to watch Roger get seriously injured. Advertisement. Well, I know, Master Champa. Seeing Champa's determined expression, Vados nodded seriously. In fact, I really don't want Roger to get hurt, it's just that I am an angel, so I can only stand in a neutral position. If there is no order from gods of destruction, I absolutely cannot do it without authorization. And at this time on the other side, Beerus launched a stormy attack this time. This time the attack was more rapid than the previous one. So Roger can only keep retreating, constantly being repelled. Is this the power of gods of destruction Beerus? Under this kind of coercion, I have no room to fight back. There is a world of difference between Super Saiyan IV and gods of destruction. While backing up to block Beerus's attack, Roger thought in shock. You must know that the strength of Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan Blue is actually evenly matched. The reason why I was able to defeat Vegeta and Son Goku was only because my basic combat power was much stronger than them. So they themselves became a breeze enough basic for them. But there is indeed a big gap between Beerus and Beerus. In fact, with his own strength, he had been retaining his own strength when he fought Lord Champa. Otherwise, I will definitely lose miserably every time. Boom. And when Roger was distracted, Beerus kicked Roger's chest and swept Roger away. The body directly rubbed against the ground and slid out a distance of 100 feet. A streak of bright red blood flowed directly from the corner of his mouth. Ahem. Roger clutched his chest and coughed twice, his internal organs suddenly felt overwhelmed, as if they had been completely displaced. Immediately, Roger directly exited the form of Super Saiyan 4. Advertisement because after the battle just now, he also understood that it is impossible to become Beerus's opponent in this form. It might not even reach 10% of his strength. Damn. That B***********D. Beerus is too aggressive, isn't he? Champa clenched his fists tightly and said in a low voice. Roger has returned to normal, is he ready to give up? Probably yes, he probably doesn't have the stamina to maintain that Super Saiyan 4 transformation. But it's no wonder that Master Beerus is too powerful, although Roger is also very strong. Cut. I didn't expect there are so many experts in the universe technique. In contrast, the strength of the two of us is simply not on the stage. Seeing that Roger has returned to normal, Son Goku and Vegeta discussed in a low voice. In their view, Roger has already surrendered, and he has no physical strength to continue fighting. Sure enough, it is not so easy for human beings to defeat gods of destruction. Maybe he didn't intend to admit defeat. At this moment, Whis on the side suddenly spoke, because at this moment, Whis suddenly felt a familiar feeling. What? You were so smug just now, are you going to admit defeat so soon? It seems that the humans in the 6th universe are nothing more than that. Seeing Roger who stood up but exited the Super Saiyan form, Beerus sneered coldly. Unexpectedly, this guy was so vulnerable, which made Beerus feel a little better in his heart. Admit defeat? I'm so sorry, Lord Beerus, I didn't plan on such an easy book. Roger raised his head suddenly, looked at Beerus and smiled, and said. Almost as soon as the voice fell, the blue-purple aura suddenly burst out around Roger's body. 040 Ultra Instinct, shock the audience, ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, what? There is a familiar feeling. Beerus suddenly opened his eyes wide, looking at Roger in disbelief. He felt that he should be very familiar with the upcoming changes in this guy, but he couldn't tell. What? That guy is not ready to admit defeat at all, nor is he ready to give up. Is he going for a deeper Saiyan transformation? Are you kidding me? Super Saiyan 4 is already strong enough. Does this guy have a more powerful transformation than Super Saiyan? Vegeta looked at Roger in astonishment. Blue-purple arrogance suddenly appeared around this guy's body, which is enough to show that he may have to undergo the next transformation. This is a big joke. I am the Prince of Saiyan, possessing the strongest cultivation talent, the genius of the fighting nation. And now I can't even reach Super Saiyan 4, but has this guy already broken through this level? I'm looking forward to it, I'm really looking forward to it. What kind of transformation will Roger generate next? Son Goku clenched his fists excitedly and fixed his eyes on Roger. Maybe he didn't transform this time, but broke through to a certain level. Hearing the discussion between Son Goku and Vegeta, Whis on the side said lightly. In fact, Whis has already felt that Roger is not going to transform, but to cast Ultra Instinct. As an angel, of course I know Ultra Instinct very well. Sister, I didn't expect you to teach him Ultra Instinct. It seems that Mr. Roger's talent is really strong, and he can comprehend Ultra Instinct. Afterwards, Whis looked at Vados and said with a smile. Yes, Roger's talent is indeed very strong. Actually, even I didn't expect that he would master the very easy skill of freedom so quickly. Vados nodded first, then looked at Whis and said. You must know that when he fought against Roger, he did not cast Ultra Instinct. Advertisement, but when fighting Lord Champa, he cast Ultra Instinct directly. Even I don't know when he mastered Ultra Instinct. Well, indeed, Whis echoed. We must know that Ultra Instinct not only requires strong comprehension ability and talent, but also has very high requirements for a person's Xinsheng. Is this also the main reason why many people are turned away? Even gods of destruction, they are difficult to reach this state. It is because of gods of destruction that they cannot calm their minds, so they cannot grasp this state. And at this time on the other side, Roger's squinted eyes suddenly opened. At that moment, a silver streamer appeared in his eyes. The pupils turned directly into silver gray, and at the same time, the hair and eyebrows directly turned into silver white. Automatic without wind. The breath of the whole person was extremely calm at that moment, and the blue-purple aura around the body was constantly surging. Nani? Ultra Instinct. Beerus was taken aback suddenly, and a look of horror shot out of his eyes. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. How could this be ******* D Master Ultra Instinct? Afterwards, Beerus shook his head frantically. To know that Ultra Instinct is very difficult to master, you have to include the other 11 gods of destruction, and none of them can master the perfect Ultra Instinct. This is enough to prove that the conditions for cultivating Ultra Instinct are harsh. But why is this B******* D from the 6th universe able to grasp it? And judging from the current situation, what he has mastered is not an imperfect Ultra Instinct like himself, but a truly perfect Ultra Instinct. A human being has actually mastered the power of a god. Beerus clenched his fists tightly, still somewhat jealous in his heart. Advertisement after all, I also followed Whis to practice Ultra Instinct for a period of time, but in the end it was just an imperfect state. Swish swish swish. The gorgeous spiritual energy was still lingering crazily around his body, and Roger stood there with extremely calm eyes. I can't feel Roger's breath at all, and he has become very calm. Every time Saiyan transforms, she is quite irritable. Why is this transformation so calm? Son Goku looked puzzled. You must know that even if it is Super Saiyan God, the breath will be very violent after transformation. But at this time Roger's state is completely opposite. The breath in the body is extremely calm, like a trickle, calm. Kakarot, are you an idiot? How could this be the transformation of Super Saiyan? That guy's aura can no longer be felt at all, it's obviously the aura of a god. He must have reached some kind of god level. Vegeta immediately cast a contemptuous glance at Son Goku and said. More importantly, Whis has just said it. Roger may have reached a certain mysterious state. Vegeta is right, this does not belong to the transformation of Super Saiyan, but the real skill of God. Actually, I told you before, but you didn't remember it. Whis introduced again. In fact, I have already told Son Goku and Vegeta about the tricks of Ultra Instinct. It's just that they won't be able to comprehend it for a while. Son Goku's mentality is very suitable for practicing Ultra Instinct, because she doesn't have too many things in her heart. But Vegeta is different, because he has too many worries and goes all out, so it is naturally more difficult to practice Ultimate Intention Kung Fu. 041 The shock of Whis and Beerus. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, have you taught us before? Both Son Goku and Vegeta looked puzzled, because they couldn't remember when Whis taught them Ultra Instinct. Okay, let's take a good look at it. Maybe after this battle, you can understand something different. Whis did not continue to explain. Because these things, no matter how clearly they explain themselves, they may not be able to understand them. Now Roger can demonstrate it to them in person, maybe they can see some tricks from it. After all, Son Goku and Vegeta are also extremely talented in cultivation. Are you kidding? This B****** D actually mastered the perfect Ultra Instinct. You know, even I haven't mastered it to this level. Beerus clenched his fists tightly, with disbelief and anger on his face. Come to think of it, it wouldn't be a shock if Vados taught him. Come on, Lord Beerus. Although even so, I know it may not be your opponent, but at least this way, I think I should have the capital to fight against you. Roger glanced at Beerus, then said calmly, don't think that you can be compared with gods of destruction just by mastering the perfect Ultra Instinct. Soon I will tell you that humans will always be humans, and it is absolutely impossible to defeat gods of destruction. Beerus clenched his fist, and a sharp light flashed in his eyes instantly. Then he clenched his fist, obviously ready to take it seriously. Call out. Almost as soon as the voice fell, Beerus's body rushed directly towards Roger. To be honest, Beerus is still fast, even faster than before. Even with the perfect Ultra Instinct, Roger still couldn't fully see Beerus's movements. Call out. Beerus's fist roared in an instant. Advertisement. Although Roger's consciousness has not yet reacted, his body has already evaded spontaneously. Cut. It really is Ultra Instinct. His own attack was dodged, and Beerus's face became even uglier. Shish. But immediately after, Beerus blasted out dozens of attacks. But Roger avoided them all one by one, and judging by his appearance, he seems to be a little more comfortable. Amazing. Master Beerus has attacked so many times, but they were all dodged. Son Goku and Vegeta watched the battle with surprise on their faces. Although Beerus moved so fast that they couldn't see clearly, Roger was not sent flying, which meant that he completely escaped all of Lord Beerus's attacks. You must know that earth-shaking changes have taken place between this and before. What shocked them even more was that Roger didn't seem to have moved his position at all. It's really hard to believe. Mr. Roger's Ultra Instinct has not yet reached its normal state, but it can completely escape Lord Beerus's attack. Sister, what is going on? Whis looked at Vados curiously and asked. Judging from Roger's state at this time, it is obvious that he has not integrated Ultra Instinct into the normal state. But it exerted a stronger force than normal. Actually, I don't really know. I've told him other things about the Ultra Instinct, but Roger seems to have a deep understanding of the Ultra Instinct as well. So he said to use Ultra Instinct as a transformation form, rather than making Ultra Instinct a realm. Vados shook his head first, then explained seriously. These things are what Roger told himself. Use Ultra Instinct as a transformation form. Hearing Vados' words, Whis was surprised. This is the first time I've heard such words. Advertisement. But what Saiyan is most proud of his transformation, so it's not surprising that he has such an idea. Whis also felt that Roger's thinking was justifiable. Well, indeed. Taking Ultra Instinct as a transformation form has its advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantage is that if faced with the enemy's sneak attack, he can't dodge instinctively at the first time. The advantage is that Ultra Instinct can be used as a good hole card, and it is also quite good for surprise attacks. Vados deliciously explained. For their angel, Ultra Instinct is a realm, just a normal state. And in this universe, apart from Grand Priest and Zeno, there is almost nothing that can make their angel feel threatened. So Ultra Instinct is regarded as a norm. Because they have no enemies, there is no need to save this hole card. Well, my sister is right. Whis nodded, and then the two turned their eyes to the battle again. Beerus was still unleashing a flurry of attacks, but all the attacks were still easily dodged by Roger. At this time, Roger and Beerus have turned into 7 or 8 afterimages, fighting in different areas. The entire God realm has been destroyed beyond recognition. Cut. This B***********, it's so difficult to deal with. Beerus frowned, and let out a low crack. According to my understanding of Ultra Instinct, the gorgeous arrogance around this guy's body should be constantly consuming his physical energy. But after fighting for such a long time, his spirit has not declined at all. This made him feel very puzzled. P.S. Brother Meng, I really don't know how to be a eunuch, please rest assured. The registration for children these days is really annoying me to death. You probably don't know how troublesome it is for a child with a rural household registration to go to a kindergarten in the city. Running back and forth to the city. I really have no time or energy to update these days. It will be over tomorrow, and the ode updates will be made up by then. 042 Beerus is fully suppressed. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. Sister, there seems to be something wrong with Mr. Roger. His Ultra Instinct, logically speaking, is not a real perfect Ultra Instinct. The arrogance emerging from him will quickly consume his physical energy. But why after fighting for such a long time, his physical strength does not seem to have weakened in any way, and even the energy in his body has not been consumed at all. What is going on? At this moment, Whis also noticed that something was wrong, so he looked at Vados curiously and asked. He was a little skeptical that maybe it was his sister who helped Roger and then taught him some special way to control his energy. I don't know much about that either, Whis. Vados could only give a wry smile helplessly. Because Roger is like an unfathomable bottomless pit, even if he is angel, he cannot fully understand him. In fact, I have been puzzled by this question before. The energy in the body is constantly overflowing. This is obviously not the real Ultra Instinct state, and it has not been integrated into the normal state, so the physical energy consumed in battle will be very powerful. Accordingly, what you said is indeed correct, but Roger is different. Even in this form, his energy has not weakened in the slightest. This is also where I feel puzzled. When I practiced with Roger before, I felt this strange place. Obviously, this kind of appearance is easy to consume energy quickly. But Roger seems to have a way of controlling this method perfectly. Is there such a thing? It's unbelievable. As angels, we didn't think about problems in this direction, but Mr. Roger thought about it and did it directly. It seems that Mr. Roger of your universe will not achieve too low in the future. Whis continued. A human being has such a deep study and comprehension of Ultra Instinct. Then presumably his achievements will be very high in the future. Becoming the gods of destruction of the Fang universe is just around the corner. Maybe, but I feel like he's not very interested in the position of gods of destruction. Advertisement Vados seems to be answering Whis, and seems to be talking to himself. But at this time on the other side, Beerus was still attacking frantically. Roger was spitting and sucking, all of which seemed very even. The breath didn't show any signs of weakening. This B********* D obviously doesn't have the same ultra instinct as Angel, but why does it seem like his physical energy won't be consumed? The more Beerus hit, the more puzzled he became, and the more he hit, the more unhappy he became. Just when Beerus launched a crazy attack, Roger suddenly seized an opportunity. Then the body moved. With a sudden flash forward, his entire body turned into a silver line in an instant. Call out. Boom. In the next second, the fist hit Beerus's lower abdomen hard. Accompanied by a low, muffled sound, Beerus's body was thrown flying by a punch. His feet rubbed against the ground, and he slid for a distance of several tens of feet before stopping. At that moment, Beerus's face was filled with anger and horror. This B******** D has been using Ultra Instinct to evade his own attacks from the beginning. That's why I didn't defend myself at all, but kept attacking. This B******* D also fully grasped his own mentality, so he took advantage of the gap between his punches and launched an attack on himself. In this way, he has no chance to resist at all. Whoosh. The so-called taking advantage of his illness to kill him, especially when fighting, must understand this truth. While repelling Beerus with a punch, Roger didn't hesitate and his body flashed out again. At this time, his speed has reached an extreme. In the eyes of Son Goku and Vegeta, the moment Roger's body flashed, it directly turned into dozens of afterimages. In an instant, he was in front of Beerus again. Shish. Advertisement. Then the attack was launched again. Beerus frowned, and could only quickly block, because Roger's speed and strength are amazingly fast. Bang bang bang. Roger launched continuous attacks, fists, elbows and knees blasted out with maximum force. Beerus could only grit his teeth and block. The body keeps retreating. Boom. Boom boom boom. Roger punched out again, making dozens of punch marks immediately. Beerus couldn't dodge in time, and was hit several times directly, and his body was pushed back again. Come on. Just kidding, Master Beerus, you are at a disadvantage. Vegeta watched the battle between the two in disbelief, and said in a horrified tone. Although it can't see Beerus and Roger's fighting movements at all. But it can be seen that Beerus is constantly being suppressed, and his body keeps retreating. Even just now, he was directly repelled by a distance of several tens of feet, with an angry look on his face. This shows that Beerus is already at a disadvantage at this time. It's amazing, isn't this guy too powerful? I thought I could beat him before, but now it seems that the gap between us is definitely not even a star. Son Goku blinked dumbly and said to himself. Roger's strength once again overturned their cognition. Ooh, it seems that Master Beerus is a little angry, and the next question may be a little troublesome. Whis raised his eyebrows, and then said in a low voice. Master Beerus seems to have never been so serious in thousands of years. 043 Champa. Hurry up, Vados asking for flowers and evaluation tickets. Advertisement, I didn't expect Roger to be so strong. It seems that when this guy fought me last time, he didn't use all his strength at all. When did he reach this level? I don't know at all. Champa looked at Roger in surprise, then glanced at Vados and asked. Don't say it's you, even I don't know. Roger is hiding a little too deeply. Vados looked at Champa helplessly and said. Know who you are, but Angel. Even I didn't realize that Roger was hiding so deeply, let alone Champa. Moreover, I have been in contact with Roger for a relatively long time. Indeed. But the stronger he is at this time, the more angry that guy Beerus will be. The next thing may not be so simple. You have to watch Beerus carefully and stop him once he uses that kind of power. Champa reminded Vados. With the character of that guy Beerus, if you start a fire, maybe you can do something. Vados nodded, and then watched the battle between the two seriously. Pooh. Beerus spat, and it could be seen that the anger in his eyes was even more turbulent at this time. Things that are beyond my control actually make me feel pain. For thousands of years, no human being has been able to do this. I have to say, I look at you differently, but at the same time, I hate you even more. While speaking, Purple's arrogance already appeared around Beerus's body. Beerus's divine aura continued to expand, and the temperature of the entire god realm also increased suddenly. After raising his breath, Beerus folded his hands together, and countless purple energy balls suddenly condensed from his palms. So strong energy. Advertisement, although it is not destruction, it must not be underestimated. Looking at the dozens of energy balls condensed in the palm of Beerus, Roger's face changed slightly. Although in the few battles just now, he did have some upper hand. But don't you think that you have the capital to defeat Beerus? Because I can feel that Beerus didn't show his real strength to fight at all. Maybe he felt that he didn't have that qualification at all, or maybe he didn't think it was necessary. And almost at the same time, the energy ball in the palm of Beerus shot directly at Roger. Not a dozen or so, but continuous condensing and shooting over one after another. Roger's body is constantly moving like a light and agile butterfly. The energy ball flew past his body continuously. When it landed on the ground, it was able to stir up small mushroom clouds, and the gravel was scattered everywhere. Whoosh whoosh. The energy ball is shot like it doesn't cost money. Although Roger dodged all of them one by one, but after a long time, it seemed a bit strenuous. Because Beerus's energy balls are so dense, they hit like raindrops. And the speed was so fast that Roger didn't dare to have any chance to breathe. The situation seems to have changed again, and it's more difficult for Roger to deal with it. Son Goku and Vegeta looked at the situation and said in astonishment again. Originally, Roger had firmly suppressed Master Beerus just now, but in the blink of an eye, it seemed that the situation had changed again. Master Beerus's successive energy attacks directly blocked Roger's movement range. Moving in a small area and dodging so many energy attacks at the same time really put a lot of pressure on Roger. It seems that this battle will soon be decided. Cut. It seems that you are only at this level. Beerus glanced contemptuously at Roger, who was constantly dodging in haste, and gave a cold crack. In the next second, the body suddenly disappeared in place. The speed is very, very fast. At this moment, Beerus's speed is not weaker than Roger's at all. Advertisement in an instant, he was behind Roger. Then he kicked a roundabout kick directly in the face of Roger. Boom. Roger's body was kicked away. There is no chance of any reaction at all. First, Roger had to deal with countless energy balls in front of him. Secondly, Beerus was too fast, so he had no chance to react. After being kicked away, Roger's body slid 5 to 60 feet directly against the ground, and a shocking mark was plowed on the ground. The soil in the traces was blackened by the heat of Roger's body. Beerus jumped up immediately. Then the palm was directly aimed at Roger, and a huge purple energy ball quickly condensed from the palm. It quickly became the size of half a basketball court. Without any hesitation, he directly blasted towards Roger. Roger? Vados, still not making a move? Champa watched the huge energy ball drop towards Roger with terrifying power, and immediately said to Vados anxiously. This level of energy is enough to kill any human being. Even if Roger is a little different, he will definitely end up seriously injured. Wait, Master Champa. Vados narrowed his eyes, and his hand holding the staff tightened slightly. However, she did not choose to take the shot directly. Because she felt that Roger should be able to handle it by himself. I believe in Roger. 044 in desperation, Roger explodes. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, Master Beerus seems to be serious. If this continues, will Roger be killed? Seeing the huge energy ball pressing down on Roger, Son Goku muttered nervously. Now it seems that Lord Gods of Destruction Beerus is stronger. Although Roger is very powerful, there is indeed a big gap between him and Gods of Destruction. Cut. Forcing Gods of Destruction to use all its strength, isn't this guy a little too exaggerated? Vegeta clenched his fists, a look of envy evidently appeared on his face. If he can have such strength, he can definitely surpass Kakarot. Even with some practice, it is entirely possible to surpass Beerus and the others. Full power. Ho 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 ho. Vegeta, you underestimate Gods of Destruction a little too much. Lord Beerus has more than that. After hearing Vegeta's words, Whis smiled and said. Although Roger's strength is indeed very strong, and his understanding of Ultra Instinct is even more admirable to himself. But after all, his cultivation time is too short. So it is not so easy to surpass Gods of Destruction. Moreover, Master Beerus has not displayed his full power until now. Gods of Destruction is not as simple as they imagined. Isn't it still full strength? Vegeta frowned. In that case, how strong is the power of Gods of Destruction? It seems that it is almost impossible for myself and Kakarot to surpass Gods of Destruction. But at this moment, the huge energy ball directly pressed down. Not yet, directly touching the bottom surface, but the huge pressure has already started to collapse around the ground, and cracks began to spread, spreading in all directions. A huge bowl-shaped pit appeared. Roger raised his hands, but it didn't seem to have much effect. The energy ball continued to sink. TCH. The veins on his arms were violent, and his forehead was dripping with sweat. It can be seen that Roger has exerted all his strength at this time. But still can't stop the energy ball. Under everyone's gaze, the energy ball completely sank into the ground. A huge black pit with a diameter of more than 10 meters appeared on the ground. Cut. It turns out that's all. Advertisement. Beerus curled his lips, a contemptuous look on his face. Although I could still feel this guy's chi, it was obvious that his chi had become very weak. There is no ability to fight at all. Beerus's body also fell to the ground little by little. It seems I overestimated Roger. Vados sighed. This battle is finally over. Fortunately, he was not killed. Champa also breathed a sigh of relief. From now on, Beerus didn't really want to kill Roger. And now, he still has breath. Finished. But even so, Roger's strength is ridiculous. It seems that it is not easy to catch up with him. Son Goku and Vegeta looked at each other with wry smiles in their eyes. Although both of them can be regarded as the ceiling of human beings in the 7th universe. But there seems to be a big gap with Roger of the 6th universe. Rumble. At this moment, the ground suddenly began to tremble crazily. What? What's the situation? Surprised looks first appeared on the faces of Son Goku and Vegeta. It's Roger's anger. This guy's chi has started to rise again. Champa also looked astonished. Obviously his breath was already very weak just now. But why did the aura suddenly increase so much? And the trembling of the ground definitely has something to do with him. Are you kidding me? Beerus frowned. The energy ball he condensed just now didn't kill him directly, he was already lucky. Advertisement. I didn't expect this guy's aura to rise again. This is definitely a joke. Boom, shish. Just when everyone was stunned, the ground suddenly exploded. Brilliant rays of light shot out from the cracked ground, directly breaking through the sky. Boom. The huge Tianqing just now suddenly exploded, becoming bigger and dilapidated. The moment the brilliant halo shot out, Roger's body rose slowly. This is Roger's body clearly showing some bruises. But his gaze was still incomparably calm. The arrogance around the body seems to be more turbulent than before. This guy is really unbelievable. The surprise on Champa's face turned into a smile, and then said lightly. In the energy ball of that level just now, it is quite remarkable to be able to survive. Unexpectedly, not only did he survive, but he still maintains the form of Ultra Instinct. Stand up again. Standing up will only make you suffer more. What a stupid fellow. Beerus glanced at Roger, and said calmly, although this guy still has the ability to fight, he surprised himself. But in any case he is not his opponent. If he lay down obediently, he might suffer less physical pain. But unfortunately, this guy is even more stupid than he imagined. Roger didn't speak, but clenched his fist suddenly. Ha! Then, a deep roar erupted from his throat. Silver White's hair fluttered in the wind instantly, and a terrifying arrogance erupted from Roger's body. The wind blades formed by the flames spread in all directions. The surrounding mountain peaks were directly shredded by the airblade, and shocking cuts were cut out of the riddled ground. 045 Ultra Instinct Upgrade. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. Oh, the situation seems to have changed, and it's a bit unexpected. Whis looked at Roger in surprise. What happened at this time was indeed beyond my expectations. Because according to his guess just now, after being attacked so violently by Lord Beerus, Roger is probably already seriously injured and unable to stand up. It is even more impossible to have recognized combat effectiveness. But now it seems that I was completely wrong. Roger didn't lose his fighting power because of the attack just now, but at this moment, he suddenly burst out with more powerful strength. This really made him feel unbelievable. Vados, what's going on here? Why is there such a powerful force hidden in Roger's body? I don't even know it. Champa looked at Vados and asked with the same expression of surprise and bewilderment. Although he knew that Roger was a cultivation genius. But he didn't expect that in just 5 years, his strength had risen to this level. I don't know either, Master Champa. Vados shook his head again. At this moment, even he himself felt a little unbelievable, even a little ashamed. You must know that you are an angel with powerful abilities. Today, I don't know how many times I said I don't know. But I really don't know why Roger can still erupt with such a powerful force at this time. Because his guess was the same as everyone else's, he felt that it was a miracle that Roger, who had been hit so hard, could stand up now. I didn't expect such a powerful force to erupt. How can it be? How could you not know? Haven't you been tutoring Roger's training all the time? Champa asked suspiciously. If even Vados doesn't know what's going on, no one will. Advertisement. Vados shrugged, she really didn't understand. But she thought about it for a while, and then said, Roger said that he wants to use Ultra Instinct as a form of transformation. Just like other Saiyan forms before him, maybe, he is upgrading Ultra Instinct? Because Roger said that Saiyan can continuously improve his strength in desperate situations. After accepting it, Vados suddenly felt a little enlightened. Could it be that Roger does not regard Ultra Instinct as a state but as a transformation form, just to upgrade it again? If this is the case, then this guy is too far-sighted. Even my own angel is a bit self-deprecating. Are you kidding me? Can a level like Ultra Instinct be upgraded? Champa asked in surprise. For others, it may not be able to upgrade. But for Roger, it seemed possible. Because his divine aura is constantly improving, doesn't Lord Champa feel it? I just don't know what kind of state he can achieve, and what will he become after transforming. Vados glanced at Champa, and then Nightlight said with some expectation on his face. He is also looking forward to what the upgraded Ultra Instinct will look like. What is the strength? Can it meet Roger's overdue? Rumble. And under everyone's shocked and amazed gazes, streaks of silver and white lightning fell from the sky and directly hit the ground. One after another scorched black pits appeared on the ground. The entire Gods of Destruction world has been destroyed beyond recognition. At this time, the planets adorning the sky above the Gods of Destruction world have begun to crumble, just like Wang Yangzhang's flat boat may fall at any time. TCH. Roger's facial features looked a little distorted during the test, and silver and white rays of light shot out from his eyes. The blue veins all over his body squirmed like little snakes swimming through his body day by day. Advertisement, haha. With Roger behind the scenes again, the deep pit under his feet expanded again. The terrifying shock wave directly formed a substantial energy circle, which spread out towards the surroundings. The bodies of Son, Goku and Vegeta were directly knocked out. Whis quickly tapped the staff on the ground lightly, and then an energy barrier appeared in front of him, blocking the shock wave. Hum. The shock wave collided with the energy barrier, producing an ear-piercing buzzing sound. So strong. What kind of changes has this guy undergone to have such a powerful aura? Just the outburst of chi can shake us so far away. Vegeta's eyes showed a look of fear. Because the power that Roger showed at this time was too powerful. It has even completely surpassed their imagination. Too strong. This guy is really super powerful, and he was able to improve so much in such a short period of time. Vegeta, it seems that we still have a long way to go. We must train ourselves hard so that we can catch up with him. No matter what, I must fight Roger again. Son Goku and Vegeta have very different expressions. His face was full of excitement. The stronger the opponent, the more excited he is. Cut. I really don't know what's going on in your mind. Vegeta cast a contemptuous glance at Son Goku. But he also knows that Kakarot is such a person, so he doesn't bother to argue with him. 046 Ultra Instinct Level 1. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement at this time, Roger, although the appearance has not changed much, but careful observation can still be seen that it is quite different from before. Because before, there was a blue-purple halo around Roger's body, like a very calm flame, slowly lingering. But this time it is completely different, the whole body is covered with silver-white arrogance, and at this time the arrogance is in the shape of a jet. It's completely different from the calm before. Finally reached, Ultra Instinct in Super Saiyan form. Or it can also be called, the first stage of Ultra Instinct. The breath returned to calm little by little, and Roger clenched his fists slightly. He could feel the divine energy in his body surging even more at this moment. This was also my initial plan. Perhaps it is not the best choice to choose Zhengqi to become a transformed form. Because this form consumes more energy, but it is definitely the most powerful form. If you just regard it as a realm, Ultra Instinct can't improve your combat power for yourself. It can only improve your muscle awareness and reaction ability. But if you cultivate it into a form, it can not only improve your speed and responsiveness in battle, but also improve your strength. This is why Son Goku was able to defeat Jiren when he took this form. You must know that at the beginning of the Tournament of Power, even if Son Goku cast Super Saiyan Blue, or even Kaioken with a 20-fold bonus, he was no match for Jiren at all. Can easily be defeated by Jiren, but after casting the perfect Ultra Instinct of this form, it can easily crush Jiren. Rustle. The silver arrogance continued to rise, and silver lines appeared from the arrogance. At this time, Roger looks very much like Super Saiyan. But at the same time, his aura is the aura of God. And the strength is definitely not Super Saiyan, it can be compared. He could feel the strength in his body recovering little by little. Master Beerus, just completed a little upgrade, you may have been waiting for a long time. Advertisement, then, let's continue our battle. Roger raised his head and glanced at Beerus, then said calmly. At this time, I have completed the upgrade, even if I am not Beerus's opponent, the gap between them will become smaller and smaller. I have to say, you are really a tenacious opponent. Being able to break through his limits in battle really fits Saiyan's character well. But I still say the same thing as before, no matter how you improve, if you want to be compared with gods of destruction, you are still a million years behind. Beerus squinted, his yellow eyes blazing with a piercing light. This guy's improvement has indeed exceeded his imagination. More than just mastering the Ultra Instinct, and his Ultra Instinct doesn't consume much energy. More importantly, this guy is actually in the form of Ultra Instinct, and now he has completed the upgrade. It really surprised him. Maybe, Roger nodded. I didn't feel proud because my strength improved again. Because he knows very well that there are too many strong people in this world. Even if he can really defeat gods of destruction Beerus today, there are still many strong people who can surpass Beerus. Take Whis and Vados in front of us as an example, their strength definitely surpasses gods of destruction. And on top of Angel Whis and Vados, there's Grand Priest and Zeno. Both of them are able to make gods of destruction disappear in an instant. This also means that they also have the ability to instantly make themselves disappear. And Grand Priest and Zeno are known powerhouses. Besides them, there must be more powerful existences in this world. It's just that they didn't show up now, so my own strength is definitely not great. Alright. You really annoy me a bit, so now I'll get rid of you completely. Advertisement Beerus said something coldly. Almost as soon as the voice fell, Purple's arrogance appeared around his body. And in the eyes of Purple, even a little bit of starlight appeared. Obviously, Beerus's energy at this time is more terrifying than before. He intends to be serious. Roger is also highly focused. There is no slack because of the promotion just now. Whizzing. The two looked at each other, and they seemed to be in very tacit understanding, and their bodies rushed towards each other at the same time. Oh, it's kind of bad. Whis glanced at the two of them and narrowed his eyes. Then the staff in his hand waved lightly. A huge energy barrier instantly enveloped them all. Because he could feel that Master Beerus had already started to act seriously. If it goes on like this, the shockwave from the two fighting will be enough to kill Son Goku and Vegeta. So it is necessary to make an energy barrier to protect them. At the moment when the energy barrier was just built, the heads of the two collided brazenly. There was a deafening roar, and in an instant, Son Goku and Vegeta felt that their ears were temporarily blinded. The whole world seemed to be silent for a few seconds at this moment. Then, rumble. The ground under the two of them began to collapse, and the cracks spread in all directions little by little, and then the ground disappeared little by little. And the few decorative planets above the gods of destruction world disappeared without a trace directly under this terrifying shockwave. 047 Fierce Confrontation, the strongest battle, seeking flowers for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. The moment the two arrogance flames, one purple and one silver, collided, a clear-cut situation was formed directly. The ground is directly divided into two. Shish. After the whole world fell silent for a few seconds, Beerus and Roger backed up a distance of tens of feet at the same time. But, damn it, this B***************, the strength has actually increased to this level. There was a look of disbelief in Beerus's eyes, although he knew that after the upgrade just now, the strength of logic would be greatly improved, but he didn't expect it to be directly improved to this level. After the punch collision just now, he felt that his arms were a little numb now. For tens of millions of years, it can even be said that since I became gods of destruction, except for Angel, no human being has ever made me feel this way. Roger was also not feeling well, and he was completely numb in one arm. Even if Ultra Instinct has been upgraded again, it is still not that simple to defeat gods of destruction. Come again. Beerus yelled in a low voice, and then the body rushed out again. Roger is not to be outdone. The two got entangled again. Boom. Boom. Rumble. The fists of the two collided constantly, and one after another boom circles appeared in the sky. As the fists of the two collided, the ground began to disintegrate little by little, and the entire god realm began to crumble. It seems that it may be directly destroyed at any time. Shish. In the sky, two streams of arrogance, one purple and one silver, are still intersecting and colliding, like two shooting stars colliding with each other. Advertisement. It was a fierce battle. I didn't expect Roger to be able to fight gods of destruction Beerus to such an extent. Son Goku and Vegeta were completely dumbfounded at this time. Because according to the previous battle, they knew that Roger was no match for Lord Beerus at all. And as Whis said before, Master Beerus didn't use all his strength at all. But as the battle continued, Roger's strength became stronger and stronger. From Whis' expression, it can be seen that even if Beerus didn't use his full strength this time, it was almost the same. Even so, he still couldn't easily defeat Roger. Isn't this guy too powerful? But at this time on the other side, the battle is still going on. The two kept clashing fists and feet. It seems that the gap between the two of them is not very big, but they are in an evenly matched posture. Damn thing. It's actually able to force me to this point. I have to say, the strength of this guy makes me look at it differently. He has fully possessed the strength of gods of destruction. It is estimated that even the gods of destruction from other universes may not be able to defeat him. The more Beerus fought, the more frightened he became, because he found that this guy's strength had become too strong, and just one promotion gave him the power to compete with himself. Is Saiyan from the 6th universe so scary? And at this time on the other side, Roger's complexion also began to become a little unsightly. When he used the Ultra Instinct perfectly before, he didn't feel that there was a big problem with his physical fitness. The consumption is not very big, but if I add Ultra Instinct on the basis of Super Saiyan, the speed of physical energy consumption becomes very fast. After just fighting for a few minutes, he has already begun to feel a decline in physical fitness. If this continues, I have absolutely no chance of winning. But I couldn't think of any other way for a while. After all, Super Saiyan consumes physical energy, and Perfect Ultra Instinct also consumes physical energy. Advertisement in this way, the principle is actually the same as adding Kaioken to Son Goku's Super Saiyan Blue. Physical energy will be consumed faster. It seems that after this battle is over, I have to deal with this problem. Otherwise, when more real enemies fight in the future, the situation will be quite bad. Haha. Beerus shouted again, and the purple arrogance in his body was once again high. Obviously, this guy still had some reservations just now. But now, he has used all his strength. This time, I will completely get rid of you. Being able to fight with me for such a long time, to be honest, you finally feel proud. After raising his divine breath, Beerus seemed to be judging the outcome. Although Roger is really strong at this time, he still can be his opponent. Gods of destruction with 100% power is not something he can handle. Then come on, Roger also gritted his teeth, he didn't doubt Beerus's words. Because this guy has always been more than capable. It means that he may still have hidden powers that have not been displayed. And the more important problem is that after I upgraded the Zizai extremely easy art, my physical fitness has begun to decline. Even if Beerus has no other reserved strength, he is no longer his opponent. In 2 minutes, I will completely kill you, Beerus said in a cold tone. Then, the body suddenly flashed. The speed is extremely fast, faster than any action just now. 048 The final confrontation, who will win? Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, then come on, don't underestimate me too much. Roger clenched his fists, and a sharp light burst out of his eyes. After fighting for such a long time, the fighting blood in his body was completely ignited. At this time, the blood in the whole body is boiling, and the desire to fight is constantly rising. Although physical fitness began to decline, these did not affect the high desire to fight in the slightest. Call out. Then, Roger's body burst out. Boom boom boom. The two got entangled again, but this time, the attacks of the two were significantly stronger than before. Every time the fists are sprayed, it seems to be able to destroy the entire god realm. And the fact is indeed the case. During the intense collision between the two of them, shockwaves formed one after another and then spread in all directions. Rumble. The huge god realm began to collapse bit by bit. Oh, it seems that the two of them can't be allowed to continue fighting. If you continue to fight like this, it is estimated that the entire god realm will be destroyed. Whis glanced at the dilapidated and devastated world of gods of destruction and said something in a low voice. Although Angel has the ability to go back in time, he can make time go back 3 minutes. In this way, even if the god realm is destroyed, there is no problem. But in that case, I feel that it is too troublesome. And maybe Master Beerus will destroy other decorated planets in the next few days, and he will not be able to recover by then. Because every time I cast time backtracking, it will take a while before I can cast it again. I really didn't expect that Roger's strength can be raised to such a level. Fortunately, when I was fighting him before, I always gave way to him, for fear of hitting his self-confidence. Advertisement, looking at it now, this guy has the same calculations as me, and he is probably afraid of hurting my self-esteem as gods of destruction. Looking at the god like Roger at this time, Champa said with a wry smile. Because at this time, Roger's strength has completely surpassed himself. It is estimated that even if it is weaker than Beerus, it is not much weaker. If he had used such strength to fight against him back then, he really would have had nothing to do with him. Of course, unless you use the ability to destroy yourself. Ho 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 ho. It seems that Master Champa still has self-knowledge. Vados naturally did not forget to sneer. Because it's also the main source of fun for her throughout the day. TCH, if you don't speak, no one will treat you as dumb. By the way, Vados, who do you think will last this battle to the end? Champa pouted. Then he looked at Vados and asked. Of course Master Beerus was able to persevere to the end. Although Roger is very powerful now, after the Ultra Instinct upgrade, his physical energy is consumed too quickly. If this continues, he won't be able to last for too long. As for Master Beerus, he fights normally from beginning to end, so his physical strength is almost unlimited in this kind of battle. Master Champa, I don't think you can feel this kind of thing, right? Vados glanced at Champa and said seriously, in this battle, although Roger showed his amazing strength. However, Lord Gods of Destruction Beerus is very powerful. It is not an easy task to defeat him. More importantly, Roger's physical fitness declined too fast at this time. So if this continues, Roger will lose if he can't hold on for too long. The situation in front of him is obvious, and Master Champa must be able to feel it himself. I don't know, why did he ask himself? Sure enough, you still can't beat it in the end. Advertisement. But it's true, Beerus also comprehended Ultra Instinct. Although it's not perfect, it's much stronger than other gods of destruction. Champa nodded seriously and murmured, the battle continues. The world of gods of destruction has been shattered by the shockwaves of the two men's battle. The two also had scars of varying degrees. Obviously, Roger suffered more and more serious injuries. This time, I will definitely beat you to the ground. At this time, Beerus's nose was bruised and his face was swollen, and there was still a streak of purple blood at the corner of his mouth. On the other hand, Roger was even more embarrassed. The upper body was covered with scars, and the pants on the lower body were completely torn. The face is also full of scars, more serious than Beerus. Okay, if that's the case, then let's have a showdown. Roger clenched his fists and mobilized all the energy in his body in an instant. Then he clenched his fists and concentrated all the energy in his body on the fists. The fist is surrounded by silver and white light. See lala. Arcs of electricity flickered around the fist, making crackling noises. The entire god realm was illuminated by the silver-white light into silver-white. What a terrifying energy. Just standing here makes people feel heart palpitations. Is this Roger's real power? Son Goku and Vegeta opened their mouths in shock. At this time, the energy Roger gathered felt that the material destroyed the entire universe. 049 Whis makes a move. The battle ends, asking for flowers and evaluation tickets. Advertisement, it's interesting, it's much more powerful than I imagined. But this time, let me finish it completely, Beerus sneered, and then Purple's energy ball instantly condensed from his palm. It is also the energy that has been squeezed infinitely, releasing a dreadful power. A series of purple lightnings swam around the energy ball. Is it finally time to decide the winner? Then come on. Roger's gaze was as firm as a torch, and the energy in his hand became even more turbulent. Whizzing. In the next second, the energy balls of the two came out of their hands almost at the same time, and directly collided with them with the momentum of tearing the void. The moment the two energies collided, the entire space was distorted, and space ripples spread out in all directions. At that moment, it seemed that the whole world fell silent. Boom. Then, a gorgeous firework bloomed in the god realm, and the explosion produced a huge flaming mushroom cloud. And under the terrifying shockwave, the entire god realm began to rapidly disintegrate. The surrounding planets, including the entire sun, were directly destroyed and turned into ashes. Looking at the scene in front of him, Whis frowned slightly. Then the staff in his hand tapped the ground lightly. Almost at that moment, Sao Green's light instantly enveloped the entire god realm. The god realm, which had just begun to collapse, seemed to be completely frozen at this moment, motionless. Shish. Whis flashed and appeared directly between Roger and Beerus. Then he looked at the two of them and said, both of you, enough is enough. If you continue like this, the entire god realm will be destroyed by you. If he hadn't acted by himself just now, the entire god realm would have exploded now. And apart from Angel, it is impossible for anyone to restore the god realm. Hoo. Advertisement. The condensed huge energy ball caused Roger's physical fitness to have a big problem. At this point he was already panting, with his hands on his thighs. In contrast, Beerus's breath was still very steady. Just like Vados guessed before, if this battle continues, Roger has no chance of winning. Master Beerus, I think you had enough fun today. Let's stop here. If the god realm is destroyed, I will have to trouble me to repair it. Whis looked at Beerus, seemed to be asking what he meant, and seemed to be giving an order directly. Cut. Beerus pouted, but he still had to listen to Whis. Although this guy appears to be his servant, in fact he knows very well that Whis is Angel. His god position is far higher than himself. If you make this guy angry, it won't do you any good. Although he was very unwilling, he still said arrogantly, okay, I'll let this guy go today. He is also telling the truth. Because everyone present could feel it, Roger's physical fitness had a huge problem. If you continue to fight, you will be absolutely sure to defeat him or even kill him. Really, is there still a gap between Beerus and Beerus? Roger gave a wry smile. But soon his eyes became extremely firm again, and he whispered to himself. But now I can become the super form of Ultra Instinct. As long as I practice hard and become Ultra Instinct's Super 2 form, I can definitely defeat Beerus with ease. The gap between myself and Beerus is not that big now. If there is any gap between them, then the most fundamental gap is the gap in physical fitness. If he can overcome this shortcoming, even in this form, it is absolutely impossible to lose to Beerus. But if you have mastered the second form of Zizai extremely easy kung fu, your strength will definitely not be as simple as doubling. So when the time comes, he is very likely to defeat Beerus in a very short time. I saw that the two have reached a settlement, advertisement. In that case, let me restore the God Realm, Whis said lightly. Then the magic staff in his hand tapped the ground lightly again, and the God Realm, which had already started to fall apart and was in disarray, began to repair little by little. In less than half a minute, the God Realm had returned to its original appearance. Whether it is the ground or other places, there is no trace of the slightest battle. This surprised Roger. Angel is indeed very scary. Whether it is their strength or superpower, they are far beyond their own cognition. Even if he surpassed Gods of Destruction Beerus, there is definitely a big gap between him and Angel. Roger and Beerus returned to the surface at the same time. Beerus looked at Roger's eyes, obviously very upset. Although this guy let me experience a hearty battle, but I didn't defeat him, which was a shame to myself. It's all right, Roger. Vados glanced at the pale Roger and asked. Fine. What you said before is absolutely correct. Gods of Destruction is indeed much stronger than I imagined. Roger smiled, then spoke. But today's battle has given me a lot of gains. The combat experience has improved a lot, and at the same time. Let yourself break through the Super 1 form on the Ultra Instinct form. It's true you brat. I feel that you have hidden such a skillful strength. After staying with me for 5 years, I don't think I know anything about it. Yes, I really have you. Champa squeezed Roger's arm and said, pretending to be angry. Don't stop, it hurts. A look of pain suddenly appeared on Roger's face. When I was fighting just now, I was thinking about how to fight Beerus and how to defeat Beerus. So I didn't feel any pain, but now that the battle was over, the heart-piercing pain spread all over my body. 050 How to make Son Goku elevate again. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, wow. You guys are too powerful, aren't you? It's unbelievable that you can fight with Lord Beerus to such an extent. At this time, Son Goku ran over and said excitedly. If Lord Beerus wasn't so powerful, he wouldn't be so excited and surprised. But seeing the full power of Lord Beerus today, he naturally knows how powerful Roger is. Beerus-sama is amazing, this is the natural world. Because in his cognition, Gods of Destruction is really strong. But Roger is a Saiyan like himself, and he has such great power. Here's something Son Goku didn't expect. Huh, Master Beerus is very powerful. Actually, with my current strength, I can't defeat him at all. Whis shot just now, just save me, Roger also said very modestly. Of course, this is not only modesty, but also the truth. Because Beerus is indeed much stronger than himself. What's more, Beerus's physical abilities are nearly limitless. This also led to this battle, which he could not win at all. Unless he has stronger power, he can crush Beerus's power. You guys are too modest, aren't you? Son Goku continued with a smile. After hearing Roger's words, Beerus also felt inexplicably relieved. Although he didn't completely defeat this guy, it can be heard from his tone that he still admires himself. And he is also very clear that if this battle continues, he will not be his opponent at all. Being able to recognize these clearly, it seems that this guy is quite self-aware. Hello, Beerus. Then let's go. Champa glanced at Beerus, then spoke. Advertisement. He also doesn't want to stay in the 7th universe anymore. Roger, this guy, the idea is really crazy. It would not be a good thing to let him stay here any longer. In other words, if Beerus made some dirty tricks when he was young and kept Roger in the 7th universe first, it would be more troublesome. Do as you please, Beerus said something coldly. He now wished that these people would disappear from here immediately. Although what Roger said just now made me feel very comfortable, it didn't affect my dislike of Champa and Roger. A guy is hated by himself from the start. Now here comes Roger again, and this Gods of Destruction himself can't beat him. Let's go. Vados. Champa didn't continue to taunt Beerus or add insult to injury. Because he knows how to control it. If it exceeds that degree, the ending will be bad for everyone. Okay, Lord Champa. Vados nodded. Let's go then, Whis. After finishing speaking, the magic staff in Vados' hand lightly tapped the ground, and a brilliant ray of light enveloped the bodies of the 3 of them again. Then it directly turned into a streamer and disappeared in the Gods of Destruction world. Let's go like this, it's a pity, Son Goku said with a bit of regret. You two bastards, you still have the face to talk? My face was completely lost by the two of you. Beerus stared at Son Goku and Vegeta fiercely, as if he wanted to eat them up. Today I lost all face in front of Champa. Although the two of them have had many matches before, they have never lost so badly like today. Advertisement. In the last Supreme Kai competition, it's fine if you lost to the 6th universe. I didn't expect to lose again this time. Lord Beerus, we didn't do this on purpose. As you saw just now, Roger is so powerful that even you were almost defeated. Son Goku scratched his head and then said with an aggrieved face. That guy's strength is too strong. but at the same time, I couldn't help but want to continue fighting with him. After all, you two are too useless. It's also Saiyan. Why can that guy become so strong, but you two are so embarrassing? Beerus felt irritated no matter how much he scolded. These two bastards are really ashamed of themselves. Master Beerus, why don't you arrange another match? In this way, I will definitely beat Roger next time. Vegeta and I will continue to practice in that place. After 2 months of practice, we will definitely be able to defeat Roger. Because I already know how to quickly improve my strength. Son Goku said to Beerus. After watching the match between Roger and Lord Beerus, he suddenly had a plan in his mind. This is still inspired by Roger. Since he can improve his strength above the so-called Ultra Instinct, why can't he do it himself? Although I have not mastered the so-called Ultra Instinct, I have mastered Kaioken. As long as you fusion Kaioken with the mentality of Super Saiyan, you will definitely be able to exert super power. At that time, maybe he can compete with Roger. What? Kakarot, is what you said true? You guy really mastered the method to become stronger again? The others looked at Son Goku in disbelief and asked. Why didn't he know, and Whis didn't tell himself. 051 The two of you join forces, maybe you can win. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, yes, Vegeta. However, this method may not allow you to practice. Son Goku nodded seriously and then said to Vegeta. It's not selfish and doesn't want Vegeta to know. It's because Vegeta has never practiced Kaioken, so he can't do this training at all. Nani? What do you mean Kakarot? Vegeta said angrily. Although I don't want to use Kakarot's method to improve my strength. But when this guy said it directly, it made him quite uncomfortable. I'm telling the truth, Vegeta. Because my method is to add Kaioken to Super Saiyan's transformation. You haven't learned Kaioken before, so you may not be able to practice it. Son Goku explained to Vegeta seriously again. Cut. Vegeta curled his lips and stopped talking. Although Kakarot's words made me very uncomfortable, what she said was indeed true. I haven't learned Kaioken myself, so this method of improvement is not valid for me. And I don't bother to use Kaioken at all, because that's Kakarot stuff. After hearing Son Goku's words, Beerus's face was very troubled. According to my personality, I would never want to lose to that dead fat pig like Champa. However, he was afraid that Son Goku and Vegeta would lose to Roger again. If you lose 3 times in a row, then you will be really ashamed. Hey, is what you said true? If you really add Kaioken to Super Saiyan Blue, can you really beat Roger? After hesitating for a long time, Beerus finally looked at Son Goku and asked. The dead fat pig who lost to Champa felt a lot of fire in his heart. If they are not defeated, this fire may not be extinguished. Advertisement now that Son Goku is so confident, maybe he can really. I'm not sure about that either, Lord Beerus, because you also know that Roger is too powerful. I just want to continue to improve my strength and then have a good fight with him. Son Goku naturally didn't have much chance of winning in his heart. Because they are very aware of Roger's strength, and they have fully witnessed his strength just now. It is absolutely impossible to say a 100% guarantee. After hearing Son Goku's words, Beerus's face sank again. Indeed, that guy's strength can be compared with his own. Even if Son Goku can improve his strength again, he will never reach that level. Unless his strength can undergo earth-shaking changes, it is absolutely impossible. Whis, what do you think of this matter? Give you another 2 months, can you beat the guide Son Goku and Vegeta to beat Roger? Beerus asked Whis, looking at Whis. Because I don't have much trust in Son Goku and Vegeta. This guy said today that he will definitely beat Roger. But judging from the current situation, I was deceived by him. So his words have no credibility. Master Beerus, are you kidding me? Although Son Goku and Vegeta's talents are very strong, they can be regarded as the best among human beings. But Roger's strength is an existence that stands on the ceiling of human beings. How can he beat it? Unless, Whis first denied Beerus's question, then suddenly paused. If you have anything to say, just say it, don't gossip. Unless what? Beerus asked hastily. He was too eager to get his revenge, too eager to beat Champa once. Otherwise, it is absolutely impossible for me to agree to such an unreasonable request from Son Goku just now. Unless the rules allow, let Son Goku and Vegeta team up to deal with Roger, then there may be a slight chance of winning. Whis looked at the two and said. Advertisement Son Goku and Vegeta are friends. It seems that they don't usually contact each other, but their tacit understanding is still very high. If the two join forces, they have a chance to fight Roger. As for whether he can win, it's hard to say. After all, Roger's strength is too strong. Has comprehended the perfect Ultra Instinct, and has also upgraded on the basis of the perfect Ultra Instinct. So his strength has reached an unfathomable level for Son Goku and Vegeta. Then according to what you said, if Son Goku and Vegeta join forces, there is a possibility of winning. Beerus narrowed his eyes and asked. Yes. If you give me 2 months to train the two of them well, and then let them join forces, there is probably a 30% chance of beating Roger. Whis nodded seriously. In fact, the 30% chance is what I said because I am taller, maybe there is no 30% chance at all. Is it only 30%? Beerus frowned again. Although the chances are slim, you should give it a try. Otherwise, I will always be suppressed by that guy Champa. This feeling, but it's not good. Cut. I won't team up with that B************ D Kakarot. Even if I have to fight, I will defeat Roger alone. Vegeta immediately turned around, folded his fists on his chest, and said with disdain. I'm Vegeta too, and I won't team up with you either. Son Goku is naturally unwilling to join forces with him in the background. The two of them have the same idea, and both want to defeat Roger by their own strength. Shut up, you two bastards. Don't you think it's not enough to be ashamed? If you two dare to talk so much nonsense again, I will destroy both of you. Beerus immediately went mad and yelled at Son Goku and Vegeta. These two bastards have no skills, but they have a lot of arrogance. 0.05 to feel the warmth of home. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. After being scolded by Beerus, Son Goku and Vegeta could only shrink their heads and stop talking. Because they knew that Beerus was in a rage now, and it wouldn't be a good thing if they continued to provoke him. Whis, leave the two of them in that place from now on, and let them practice properly. If there is no further breakthrough in strength, let them never come out. Beerus said coldly directly to Whis, then turned and walked into his palace. Hey, it looks like Master Beerus agreed. In this case, we must cultivate Vegeta well. Son Goku said excitedly, obviously not angry because of Beerus's scolding just now. Or he didn't care at all. Kakarot, even if we practice together, I will never join hands with you. So you don't have to think about it, Vegeta still said very arrogantly. It seems that joining forces with Son Goku is the greatest humiliation to him. Ah, don't worry, Vegeta, I will never team up with you either. I will definitely defeat Roger with my own strength. Clenching his fist, Son Goku's eyes were also very firm. Hey, you two should put aside such thoughts together. Because with the strength of the two of you, Roger cannot be defeated. I've said it before, you can't beat Roger unless the two of you join forces. Otherwise, the two of you have no chance of winning at all. After hearing Son Goku and Vegeta's arrogant words, Whis on the side smiled and said to them. It's not hard to hear that there is still a bit of sarcasm in Whis' tone. Cut. Vegeta pouted, although I don't want to admit it, what Whis just said is true. Advertisement. At this time in the universe, Vados has taken Roger and Champa to a fast shuttle. At this time, Roger has returned to normal, and his face looks very bad. Hey, Vados, doesn't this guy look too ugly? Why don't you heal him? Champa looked at Roger with an ugly face, and then said to Vados. From the bottom of his heart, he already regards Roger as his friend. Roger, take a good rest, you have consumed too much energy just now, and you have suffered too many injuries. Take a good rest, after you wake up from sleep, we will be home. Vados said to Roger with rare tenderness. At this time her tone was very gentle. It seems that looking at Roger who is so tired, there are some distressed looks in his eyes. Maybe it was because she often practiced Roger, and she had never seen him suffer such a serious injury, that's why it happened. Roger nodded, then fell asleep straight away. Because of the battle with Beerus just now, the consumption was too great, and the whole body was covered with scars. Even if he moved his body now, he couldn't feel the heart-piercing pain. After almost closing his eyes, Roger quickly lost consciousness. This time Roger slept soundly. When he woke up again, he had already reached the gods of destruction realm of the 6th universe. And when he woke up, the injuries on his body had completely disappeared. Apparently, it was Vados who healed his injury. Yo, you B************** D, finally woke up. You have slept for 2 full days. In the past 2 days, Vados and I haven't eaten good food, so you have to make it up to us. Seeing Roger wake up, Champa pouted and said aggrievedly. After getting used to Roger's delicious food, eating other food has no taste at all. To put it bluntly, it is even more unpalatable than pig food. Advertisement, did I sleep for 2 days? Roger was a little surprised, it seemed that he was really too tired. The battle with Beerus was really exhausting. Well, you did sleep for 2 days. Because you consumed too much energy, I wanted you to take a good rest, so I didn't treat your injury immediately. Vados nodded with a smile. Hearing what Vados and Champa said, Roger was still a little moved. Because in the previous life, I was an orphan, without any relatives or friends. Unexpectedly, after coming to this world, Vados and Champa treat themselves well. And before I fell into a coma, I heard Vados say that I will be home after I wake up. In other words, she regarded God Realm as the home of the 3 of them. At this moment, Roger seemed to feel warm, feel the warmth of home. Masters Vados and Champa are indeed very kind to themselves. And I dare to be 100% sure that they are so kind to themselves, not just for the food. Instead, he really regarded himself as their friend. Okay, I'll trouble you two to take care of me these 2 days. Tonight, I will cook a lot of delicious food for you, and I promise to let you eat enough. Roger looked at the two, and after a short touch, he smiled happily and said. I used to feel a little uncomfortable making food for the 2 of them. It's like being a cook for someone, but now, Roger's mind has changed. Isn't it normal to cook food for your own family? 053 Vados. You can't satisfy me, please ask for flowers and comments. Advertisement, are you serious? Do you really want us to eat enough? After hearing Roger's words, Gods of Destruction Champa rubbed his Adam's apple vigorously, and a look of fanaticism appeared in his eyes. Although Roger has cooked for them for 5 years, every time he cooks only 1 or 2 delicacies. There is simply no satisfaction, it seems that I will feel more hungry after eating. Unexpectedly, today, he actually said that he would eat enough for himself and Vados. This naturally made him feel extra pleasantly surprised. Of course, I know you both care about me. What I can help you with is to cook delicious food for you to satisfy your hunger. Roger said looking at the excited Master Champa. At this time, Vados also showed a happy look on his face.
Good. Vados, come with me to get some ingredients, Roger said to Vados.
It seems that they are used to this division of labor. Logic cooks the food while Vados helps him from the sidelines. Okay. Vados also nodded happily, then the two went to cook food. As for Champa, who has a relatively lazy personality, he naturally went to rest.
4. Roger and Vados do not want to bother. In other words, they have long been used to this guy.
Roger, what do you want to do for us today? I want to eat something I haven't eaten before, otherwise you won't be able to satisfy me. In the kitchen, Vados jokingly said to Roger while arranging the ingredients. What? Advertisement, you said just now that I can't satisfy you, so why don't you try? I have to say that Roger is still very good at focusing. In the whole sentence, he firmly grasped the words, you can't satisfy me. You must know that Roger is a young man now, at the time of his youth. Even if the other party is Angel, it should be enough.
What are you talking about? I mean that the food you cook must satisfy my appetite.
Vados didn't know if he understood, looked at Roger seriously, and said. All right, I will make you a brand new gourmet food, guaranteed to satisfy your appetite, okay? Roger didn't want to continue joking either, so he immediately replied with a smile. It's just that after making this joke, Roger secretly looked at Vados a few more times. I have to say that Vados is definitely a top-notch existence, whether it is body shape, appearance, or even temperament. Those so-called female stars in my previous life are not comparable to Vados at all. You must know that those things will definitely not be able to see people after taking off their makeup. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Vados smiled happily. When she was working as an angel before, she felt that she only had the responsibility of being an angel every day. Life is as plain as water, day after day, doing the same thing every day. There is no expectation, nor any yearning. But since Roger's arrival, his life seems to have changed. Every day brings new expectations. Look forward to Roger cooking every day. This kind of day seems to be suffering, but it is actually very happy. I have something to look forward to every day, and I live a very solid life every day. Today we make a sashimi, then a braised lion's head, and a shrimp dumpling dim sum, and then my special dish, which is also very, very delicious. I have never made sliced skin for others duck. BJ roast duck. Roger said to Vados confidently. Advertisement. In fact, there are many dishes that I can cook. Because for Beerus and Champa, even the home-cooked food they usually eat is the best food. What's more, things like shrimp dumpling dim sum and northern roast duck are very popular foods. So after they eat it, they will definitely scream delicious. Sounds like a pretty good one, but I still have to taste the taste, so that I can know if it's good or not, Vados said to Roger. Of course, these words are just saying, because what Roger makes is 100% delicious. Okay, then you don't want to eat something delicious, just drop your saliva, Roger also said jokingly. But the sliced skin duck made by yourself is definitely a must. Even when I usually eat, I am full of praise, but in the previous life, I was the only one left in this world, and I had no financial resources when I first entered the society. Therefore, with my own financial strength, I still can't eat things like roast duck often. TCH, don't you underestimate me. Anyway, I'm an angel too. Okay, how could I be drooling? Vados said proudly. It may be because she has been with Roger for too long, and she feels that she has no fear when she is with Roger. There is no such cold temperament when people are with outsiders. It's more like a little sister next door, who can make jokes and jokes. Okay, since you said so, then I can make it more delicious, or I will lose to you. Roger was also happy in his heart. When she is with Vados, she feels very relaxed. I don't feel any restraint, and I am very happy. 054 The sliced skin duck that amazes the taste buds. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. After more than 3 hours of hard work, a large table of food is finally completed. Roger wiped the sweat from his brow. It's finally finished. Making these delicacies feels more tiring than fighting with Beerus. What he said was also true. He didn't feel tired when fighting. And it won't last long, but it took me more than 3 hours to make these foods. Wow. You are a food genius, Roger. Just smelling it makes my mouth water. Okay, I admit it, I did start to drool, so you won before. Vados sniffed a table of delicacies vigorously, with a smile on his lips naturally. To be honest, Roger's food is really delicious. It is simply delicious in color and fragrance. Just smelling it makes people hungry. What kind of enjoyment will it be when you eat it in your mouth? I'll just say it, I have absolute confidence in my food. Let's go, let's bring all these food over. I think Master Champa is getting impatient. Roger said to Vados. In fact, when I watched Dragon Ball before, I didn't like the character of Champa. Careful, and often has a cold smile on his face, but after these time contact, he slowly fell in love with this cute gods of destruction. That is to say, I am a little lazy at ordinary times, a typical lazy food, but it is very good for myself. If I said that my feelings towards him were flat before, then this time after my battle with Beerus, my feelings towards Champa became better. Because he was worried about himself before, not just because he can make delicious food. There is also the concern and worry of being a friend. Okay, all right. Advertisement. Vados nodded. Anyway, I have spent hundreds of millions of years with Mr. Champa, and I have already gotten used to it. In the center of the main hall of the temple, a round table is filled with delicacies. There are meat, seafood, and some delicious vegetarian dishes. Of course, the one in the middle is of course Roger's best sliced duck. The entire hall of the god realm is filled with fragrance. Gulu. Champa swallowed uncontrollably. He stared intently at the dozen or so dishes on the table. Although Roger has been in this god realm for 5 years, he has never cooked so many dishes at one time. And today's dishes are obviously processed very slightly. Not only is the color and fragrance delicious, but more importantly, each plate is very beautifully decorated.
Sniff. Champa sniffed vigorously with her cat's nose, and then looked satisfied. Ahem. Well, can we move our chopsticks now? Today's food is so attractive, just smelling like this makes people feel very enjoyable. Champa rubbed his hands, and now he can't wait to enjoy the food.
Vados on the side also glanced at Roger, as if asking for his opinion. Okay, let's eat. If it's not enough, I'll make 2 more later, Roger nodded and said. Although both Vados and Champa have big appetites, this table should be enough.
Hee, it seems that Roger can't be allowed to go to the 7th universe.
Champa smiled playfully, and then started to eat voraciously. The first thing he moved his chopsticks was naturally braised lion head. Although I have never eaten it before, I know it is delicious. Roger, didn't you say that roast duck is delicious? Advertisement, and the way to eat it is quite special. Why don't you get me a piece and try it? Vados glanced at the roast duck placed in the middle of the table, then looked at Roger, and said. In fact, when the roast duck was roasted, he felt it was very fragrant.
The fragrance is much more fragrant than any dish.
So this also fully mobilized her appetite. And according to Roger, these sliced ducks are also wrapped with sliced green onions and some cucumber slices. Will it be delicious if wrapped like this? If you only eat meat, the taste will definitely be very delicious, and you can smell it. But with these things added, it's hard to say whether it tastes good or not. But in the end she could only choose to trust Roger. Okay, seeing that you have guided me for so long, then I will make it for you. Roger nodded and started packing. In fact, the most difficult thing to do with sliced skin duck is the process of roasting duck. If the test of roast duck is successful, the next steps are quite simple. Even a first grader would probably do it. You only need to wrap sliced duck skin cucumber shreds and scallions inside, and then spread the sweet bean sauce on it.
Easy to do in seconds. Here, try it. Although it looks bland, it's absolutely delicious.
Roger handed Vados a taste. Vados accepted it dubiously, and then took a small bite. The aroma of duck skin, the crispness of cucumber, the onion flavor of scallions and the aroma of sweet bean sauce are combined together. The scent immediately stimulated Vados' taste buds, and his eyes shrank in vain. It's so delicious. Then, the whole person became excited. I didn't expect this sliced duck to be so delicious. 055 in this world, there must be strength. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, how the hell did you do that, Roger? Why is there such a delicious food, but you are too much, you have such a delicious thing, but you haven't brought it out for a long time. At this time, Vados complained to Roger while eating the sliced duck regardless of his image. Although Roger has cooked a lot of delicacies in the past, the sliced duck this time is definitely the best. Especially the fusion of the aroma of the sliced skin duck and the slightly sweet taste of the sweet bean sauce, it is simply the best food in the world. As an angel, I have lived for hundreds of millions of years, but I have never eaten such delicious food. Is it really that delicious? Champa was dubious, and looked at Vados very greedily and asked. You must know that Vados' mouth is also very picky, especially after being raised by Roger for 5 years. The mouth became more picky. Even she is like this, if she is full of praise, it is definitely very delicious. It's true, Master Champa, it's really, really delicious. It's much more delicious than all the delicacies we've eaten before, so hurry up and try it. Vados nodded quickly in reply. Roger, then you can pack one for me too, Champa said quickly. Then he swallowed. He can't wait to taste the taste of sliced duck. Master Champa, you should pack it yourself. I only serve beautiful women. Do you think you are beautiful? Roger said jokingly. After hearing Roger's words, Vados covered his mouth and smiled. Obviously, after hearing Roger's words, he was still in a very good mood. After all, in Roger's heart, I seem to be still a beautiful woman? Cut. You are a guy who values sex and despises friends. I pack it myself. What's the big deal? Champa glared at Roger. Advertisement. Then he started to do it himself angrily. Although he has a lazy temperament, he is also able to distinguish right from wrong. Roger and Vados have been busy all afternoon, and he has been resting here. It's really inappropriate to let them serve him now. Roger smiled at Vados. He suddenly felt that the scene at this time was very warm. Really feels like home, even though it's Gods of Destruction world. And Gods of Destruction is not a good person, but an existence that frightens all creatures in the universe. But living here, he felt extremely comfortable and at ease. Champa started wrapping one herself. Although it looks like a zongzi and filled with meat, it still tastes very delicious. In this way, the food on the table was completely wiped out in half an hour. So full, I've never felt as comfortable as I ate today. Roger, can we have this treatment every day? Champa patted his bulging stomach, then looked at Roger and said. It would definitely be a very happy thing for him if he could eat such delicious food every day until he was full. We'll see, it would be great if we could keep going like this. But in this world, I think you all know very well that there are many dangers, and there are many big figures that we can't afford to provoke. The tree wants to be quiet but the wind doesn't stop. Even if we want to be content with the status quo, sometimes we will be forced to do nothing. Roger smiled, looked at the two and said, although a Gods of Destruction has very strong power and power in its own universe. But after this universe, Gods of Destruction is actually not strong. Because above them, there are Zeno and Grand Priest, and above them, there may be stronger existences. So even if they want to be content with the status quo, others may not necessarily give them such an opportunity. Advertisement. After hearing the words of logic, both Champa and Vados looked heavy. In fact, what Roger said just now is absolutely correct. There are too many strong people in this world. Compared with the real strong, they can only be regarded as the middle level. Those who are really strong can replace them at will, or they can never wake up. So how easy is it to be content with the status quo? Champa forced a smile and said, you are right, we really can't do anything. No way, we also work for others, so our own lives cannot be controlled by ourselves. In fact, Gods of Destruction looks glamorous on the surface. But only they themselves know that their hearts are also very bitter. Because a word from Zeno and Grand Priest could end their lives forever. In other words, if they make a little mistake, the position of Gods of Destruction will be lost. Speaking of which, they are more fearful than those common people.
Master Champa, can you two stop being so pessimistic?
At least we are living a pretty good life now, we have such delicious food every day. And now, since Roger came, we're not so boring, are we? Looking at the melancholy faces of the two, he smiled and comforted. Although this world is indeed not so easy, but at least they are doing well now. You're right about what you said, Roger and Champa nodded. In this situation, they have no room for rebuttal at all. In this case, it is better to lie down obediently and accept the ravages of life. Because they simply don't have the strength to change the world now, or they don't have the strength to stand on the commanding heights of the world. Therefore, it is necessary to cultivate well and become stronger. Only then can you protect yourself, you can protect yourself and the people you want to protect. 056 Evolving the Power of Destruction. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. In this way, the days passed day by day, and a month passed in a blink of an eye. During this month, Roger also followed Vados to train every day. Because he wants to become stronger, because after this, he can control his own destiny. Only then can you protect yourself, the people you want to protect. Now I have mastered the way to become stronger, that is to add on the basis of Ultra Instinct, Saiyan's transformation. As long as you can reach Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan 4, or Super Saiyan 5, your strength will definitely be greatly improved. Although it is not possible to beat Grand Priest and Zeno, at least Angel should no longer be his opponent. Roger, let's start here for today's practice. Your progress is indeed very fast. If it takes a while, I feel that you may break through to a higher level. The training ground of the God Realm, Vados looked at Roger and said with relief. In fact, she can't say why, every time Roger's strength improves, she will feel very gratified. Even happier than anything. Well, okay. Come here first today. Roger nodded. He also knew that cultivation must combine work and rest. If you know how to practice in one day, your body will get tired easily. Ding! At this moment, suddenly, a very familiar mechanical synthesis sound rang in his mind. At the moment when the voice sounded, Roger's whole body froze suddenly. Afterwards, everyone became excited, because the last time the system appeared, it directly purified its fighting skills and evolved into Ultra Instinct. So what kind of unexpected gains will there be with the emergence of the system this time? The system detects that the energy of the host is too dull, so it actively evolves the energy of the host into an advanced force of destruction. Sure enough, the sound of the system sounded again soon. This time the evolution is directly his energy. Advertisement. Advanced destructive power? Is there such an evolution? Roger was shocked. I didn't expect that what evolved this time was actually energy. And more importantly, directly evolving one's own energy into a destructive force is still an advanced destructive force. Obviously, the advanced destructive power after evolution is obviously much stronger than the destructive power of other gods of destruction. In this way, I no longer have to worry about any gods of destruction. Although they were fighting with Beerus before, it seems that there is not much difference in strength between the two. But he knew that Beerus was still not using his full strength. Because he has never used destructive skills and energy from beginning to end. Even if he has mastered the perfect Ultra Instinct, once Beerus uses the destructive energy, he can easily disappear. This is exactly what I am afraid of. But now, if he has also mastered the power of destruction, he no longer has to worry about gods of destruction. Taking a long breath, Roger calmed down his excitement. What's wrong, Roger? Looking at Roger with a somewhat excited expression, Vados asked. Could it be that after practicing for too long, something went wrong? No, it's okay. I just think of being able to practice with you every day, and then feel a special honor. Thinking about it, I feel very happy, and then I feel secretly happy. Roger said to Vados with a smile. Of course, this is also true. But the main thing is that Vados cannot be told about the system. Even if I like Vados very much, this is definitely a secret that I can't tell anyone.
At least until I don't have absolute strength, I can't tell anyone.
Advertisement including my favorite Vados and Champa, it is absolutely impossible to say. Cut, you know the glib tongue. Vados glared at Roger, knowing that he wasn't telling the truth. But she didn't want to continue asking, because it was Roger's secret and he didn't want to know that much. Okay, I'll go and prepare some materials first. Then come over and cook later. Vados said to Roger again, then walked directly towards the kitchen. After Vados left, he couldn't wait to try the power of his advanced destructive power.
Spotting a huge rock in front of him, Roger stretched out his index and middle fingers and made a pistol shooting state.
Afterwards, a touch of purple energy quickly condensed from the fingers.
There is a very domineering power in the energy ball.
Call out. In the next second, it suddenly shot out from the fingertips. Purple's energy instantly tore through space, directly hitting the boulder in front of him. When hitting the boulder, there was no noise, and no explosion was seen. The huge stone directly turned into purple starlight, and then disappeared into the air little by little. It has almost the same effect as Gods of Destruction's destructive power. It really is the power of destruction. From today on, I don't have to worry about any Gods of Destruction anymore. Roger blew on the tips of 2 fingers, then he smiled happily. Obtaining the power of destruction is the first step to becoming a truly strong person. In the next time, I will definitely evolve more and better things. Maybe in time, even Xeno's scavenging abilities will evolve to the point where,
at that time, maybe I will become a real top powerhouse.
057 Beerus's invitation again. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement. Ooh. What's going on? How is this possible? Roger has mastered the power of destruction. Vados, who was in the kitchen at this time, naturally felt the power of destruction. Not to mention what happened in the entire God realm, even what happened in the entire universe. As long as she wants to know, there is nothing she doesn't know. To her surprise, Roger actually used his power of destruction just now. Absolutely can't go wrong. But why? I have never taught him this ability.
Moreover, although Master Champa faced him many times, he never used the power of destruction at all.
So he didn't even have the chance to learn, so this made her quite puzzled. Never mind. Anyway, Roger is going to be the candidate for the 6th universe Gods of Destruction in the future. Even if he has mastered the ability of Gods of Destruction now, there is no problem.
After thinking about it, Vados continued to equip the ingredients for making gourmet food.
Life is flat. Roger and Vados enjoyed a 4-course and 1 soup lunch.
And at this moment, the gems on Vados' angel's staff suddenly began to flicker.
Hey, what's going on? Vados, is there any important news? Champa glanced at the glittering gems on Angel's staff and asked calmly. This kind of contact usually only appears between angels or when Grand Priest calls. If Grand Priest Sama summoned it, it would be a very important matter. If it's just a conversation between angels, it's not a big deal for them in Gods of Destruction. It's Whis calling. I don't know what's going to happen. Vados glanced at it and then replied lightly, then the video was switched on. Advertisement. Whis, come over with a video call, what can you do? Vados asked straight to the point. And he was talking casually while enjoying the food. That's right, sister. Master Beerus told me before that he wanted to have another friendly match with the 6th universe. Whis also answered directly by opening the door for fitness. Lord Beerus has been hesitant about this matter for a month. Now seeing the growth of Son Goku and Vegeta, he also finally promised another match between the 2 universes. Most importantly, Master Beerus felt that the first 2 losses were very unwilling. And it made him very shameless, so this time, no matter what, he must win back his face. Oh, are you going to play again? Alright. Vados looked at Champa. Master Champa, Master Beerus said that he wants to continue the game with us, what do you think? What? Beerus really can't afford to lose. We've already beaten him twice, I didn't expect him to still want to compete. If this is the 3rd time he loses the match, then he will really have no face to face me in the future. Champa said with disapproval while eating as well. Anyway, apart from fighting, I am not afraid of fighting Beerus. If the 2 of them really fight, I really can't beat him. But if you compete in other things, such as food or the combat power of universe humans, then he will not lose to him at all, especially as long as Roger is around, the 7th universe has no chance of winning. Then what should we do, Master Champa? Should I think about it, or just refuse? Vados asked again. Listen to them, find out what Beerus means. What exactly does he want to compete with? It's not too late for us to make a decision after hearing what he said, Champa still replied casually. Anyway, now I have absolute dominance, it doesn't matter if you are better than yourself? Anyway, logic has won those 2 guys from the 7th universe twice. Advertisement in other words, I have already won Beerus twice. Naturally, there is no discomfort in my heart, but Beerus is different. This guy looks lazy on weekdays, but he cares about winning or losing. Now he has lost twice in a row, presumably this matter will not pass so easily. Yes, Lord Champa. Vados nodded, and then repeated Champa's meaning to Whis. Sister, in fact, the rules of this competition are also very simple. That is, each of our 2 universes will send 5 players, and then we will have a 2-2 battle. Whoever can make it to the end will win on behalf of the humans in that universe. Whis said to Vados. Is that so? In this case, it is considered fair and just. Lord Champa, what do you think? Vados continued to look at Champa and then asked. Cut. I won't do such a thing without any benefit and lottery. Champa scoffed at that. If it's just a match against the 7th universe, he doesn't think it's necessary. Because I have already defeated Beerus before. Going to the competition now, what if I accidentally lose, wouldn't it make me feel embarrassed? Feed the dead fat pig, are you afraid? Are you too scared to compete with our 7th universe again? If you are afraid, then you can just say it directly and we don't have to compare. Just as Champa's voice fell, Beerus's shouting suddenly sounded. To be honest, this aggressive method seems very inferior, but Champa was fooled. Cut. Skinny. Who is afraid of whom? Champa glanced contemptuously. 058 can't use Ultra Instinct? Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, I said. Beerus, why are you getting more and more shameless now? You have already lost to our universe twice, and now you have the audacity to say that I am scared. It seems that you are no longer the Beerus I knew. Champa continued, but you joked with a smile. Sure enough, after hearing Champa's words, Beerus's face became quite ugly. Even if you don't want to believe it, it's true, and it is an indisputable fact. Stop talking nonsense, fat pig. I'll just ask you, do you dare to continue the game? This time, our 7th universe will definitely beat you to a panic. Beerus said quite confidently. Of course, he felt he had the right to be confident. Because of this more than a month, the strength of Son Goku and Vegeta has been greatly improved. Although a person may still not be able to compare with Roger. But if the two of them join forces, they can definitely win. Cut. This proud B**********D. I really can't stand him. Roger, what do you think? Do you want to continue to teach him a lesson? Champa said to Roger through gritted teeth. This guy, who has lost twice, is still so arrogant. This should be his attitude. It's up to Mr. Champa. If you think you can bear it, then bear it. Anyway, it's nothing. Tell him to keep shouting. If you think you can't bear it, then agree. Anyway, there are only a few people in universe, so they can't be my opponent. Roger ate his meal slowly, and then said casually. Roger wasn't really interested in the match against 7th universe. Because Son Goku and Vegeta's strength is so little, it is absolutely impossible for them to be their opponents. It's just that if Beerus wants to compete, he can only help him. Just let him lose one more game. Okay, I'm waiting for your words. In that case, just promise Beerus directly. Advertisement. Champa patted his leg, then said with a smile, if this guy Beerus actually wants to seek abuse, then he can only be fulfilled. Anyway, Roger's strength is clear to him, and now he has truly surpassed himself. And Vados had told himself that Roger had also mastered the power of destruction himself. Even ordinary gods of destruction, not even Beerus, can defeat him easily. Not to mention Son Goku and Vegeta from the 7th universe. Hey, Beerus. We have agreed to your request. Since you like to seek abuse so much, why would we be ashamed not to fulfill your request? Champa said to the gemstone on the staff. Anyway, this is a game without any suspense. The final result will definitely be the victory of the 6th universe. Okay, I didn't expect you to be a little bit brave, Champa. But what I want to tell you is that this time it's a battle between 2 universe humans. If you want that guy from your universe to participate, you can, but there is a premise, that is, you must never cast Ultra Instinct. Beerus will be able to talk back, but he also has his own conditions. That is, Roger cannot use Ultra Instinct, because in fact, how terrifying Roger's strength after Ultra Instinct is, I am very clear in my heart. Even if Son Goku and Vegeta's strength has been improved, it is absolutely impossible to be Roger's opponent. So this condition is very necessary. As long as he doesn't cast Ultra Instinct, the combination of Son Goku and Vegeta can definitely defeat him. In this regard, Beerus is quite confident. What? Both Champa and Vados were taken aback. Unexpectedly, they were the ones who proposed the competition, and they are also the ones who made the conditions now. Beerus, why didn't he realize that he was so shameless before? Advertisement, hey Skinny, are you farting just now? How can you have the face to say such a thing? This is not your Beerus character. How dare you tell Roger not to use the Ultra Instinct? In order to win the game, you really don't want your face, Champa scolded directly. Beerus is getting more and more shameless. Then why don't we just do this? Roger can use Ultra Instinct, but you universe players will have their arms and legs chopped off, isn't it fair? Champa continued to speak unrelentingly, mainly because what Beerus just said was a bit too much. Roger was not allowed to use the Ultra Instinct. What's the difference between this and cutting off the hands and feet of other players? Cut. Beerus was also guilty and snorted coldly. Because he also knows that such a game is unfair. Even if Roger mastered the Ultra Instinct, it was by his own ability. So far he's just a human in the 6th universe, but then he continued. Just ask if you dare to kill the fat pig? If you don't dare, just say so. He will use the most clumsy aggressive method. And this trick will definitely work, Master Champa. Since Master Beerus has such a good mood, let him be fulfilled directly. I want to see how far Son Goku and Vegeta of the 7th universe have improved. It will make Lord Beerus so confident. After hearing Beerus's aggressive approach, Roger directly chose to agree. People have already started provoking like this. If you don't agree to them, wouldn't it be a bit too cowardly? What's more, with the strength of Son Goku and Vegeta, even if the two of them work together, it is absolutely impossible to defeat him. So what if you don't use Ultra Instinct yourself? 059 summon the strongest warriors in the universe. Ask for flowers and ask for evaluation tickets. Advertisement, okay. Since even you say that, then we will fulfill Beerus. Champa nodded, and now he has 100% confidence in Roger. With Roger's strength, it is not too easy to defeat Son Goku and Vegeta of the 7th universe. In a month's time, no matter how much they practiced, the gap would not be so easy to make up.
Then he turned his head to Beerus in the jewel and said, although we know that you are using the aggressive method, we promise you, because those 2 idiots of your universe are absolutely impossible to win the game.
Let's just put the words here, even if we don't use the extremely easy skill, we can easily beat you down, tisk. Don't get carried away, you fat pig, Beerus gritted his teeth. He didn't think his brother was so annoying before, but since he was defeated last time, he really hated his brother more and more. Okay, let me tell you the rules of this competition.
This time it's not just a one-person fight alone. Each universe selects 5 players and then competes.
At the end of the battle, whichever universe player can stay in the end will win. The competition may be held 5 days later, so don't blame me for not reminding you. Beerus seemed to be afraid of Champa's repentance, and then said immediately. Fine. Anyway, no matter what kind of calculations you have, in the face of real strength, everything is futile.
You 7th universe, you have no chance of winning. After Champa finished speaking confidently, he hung up the video chat directly.
Roger, we're going to pick 5 players for the competition. But to be honest, I don't know much about this universe, and the other 4 players may be a bit difficult to choose. After hanging up the video chat, Champa looked at Roger and said. The reason why he chose to agree to Beerus is mainly because Roger's strength is too strong. Even with Roger alone, he should be able to deal with everyone in the 7th universe. You don't have to worry about this matter, I will leave it to Vados and me to find other players. I know that our universe has some planets with humans that are very suitable for combat.
Advertisement. Roger said to Champa. Candidates for players also immediately appeared in his mind.
First of all, Hit, the #1 killer of the 6th universe, is the absolute #1 choice. Because this guy is really strong, even if he meets Son Goku and Vegeta, he is not weak at all. What's more, in the Dragon Ball Super anime, Son Goku and Vegeta are no match for Hit at all. In the end, it was Son Goku who cast Kaioken 20 times, which suppressed Hit. But there is one very important problem. That is, a game is a game after all, and it is not allowed to kill the opponent in a game.
Therefore, as a killer, Hit can't display his true strength at all.
If he can kill in the game, Hit is estimated to be able to kill Vegeta in an instant. Even the careless Son Goku. Okay, then I'll leave this matter to the 2 of you. I have to say, having you in the God realm really saves me a lot of worry, Champa said happily. With the appearance of Roger, I didn't know that I had tasted a peerless delicacy. And my life in this Gods of Destruction is much more comfortable. Everything Vados took Roger to do. So I only need to eat and sleep every day, and this is the life I most yearn for. Master Champa seems to be able to be lazy now, and leave everything to Roger to do. I just don't know when you will pass your position of Gods of Destruction to Roger, Vados joked with a smile. But Master Champa is really getting lazy. Cut. I'm also doing this to train Roger well, advertisement. When I think it's appropriate, I will naturally pass the position of Gods of Destruction to Roger. Champa glared at Vados and said. In fact, I am not so yearning for the position of Gods of Destruction. When I have a suitable opportunity one day, I will definitely explain the situation to Master Zeno, and then I will dismiss myself from the position of Gods of Destruction and officially hand it over to Roger. In fact, Gods of Destruction is a very dangerous profession. Once Master Zeno is unhappy, Gods of Destruction may not live up to it. So retiring early and resigning is a very good choice. Actually, I'm not interested in the location of Gods of Destruction. And I think Lord Champa's Gods of Destruction is also very good. So, let's not talk about it for the time being, right? The most important thing for us now is to quickly find the other 4 contestants. In this case, we will be able to compete with the 7th universe in a few days, and we must train them, otherwise we may not be able to defeat the 7th universe. Roger said to Vados and Champa. That's the most important thing right now. You must know that there are still many strong men in the 7th universe, but in the entire 6th universe, only Hit can be called a strong man. This is absolutely not enough, so I have to train the players of the 6th universe a little bit. When the time comes for the match between the 2 universes, let them not talk too badly. Well, you're absolutely right, Roger. This matter is indeed the most important right now, so we must find the other 4 candidates as soon as possible. Champa also nodded, and said seriously. 060 looking for players, Hit the killer, please ask for flowers and votes. Advertisement, okay. I'll leave the job of washing the dishes to me today, you 2 hurry up and recruit other contestants. This time, no matter what, you can't lose to that guy Beerus. And I think he definitely came prepared, Champa surprised Vados and Roger this time. He actually offered to help with the dishes. This is something that has never happened in the past 5 years. Ho 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 ho, it seems that Master Champa has also changed. In that case, let's go, Roger. Vados is naturally very happy, after all, he doesn't need to wash the dishes today. And Master Champa seems to have gotten the hang of it, knowing to help himself wash the dishes. This big family seems to be becoming more and more harmonious. I just hope that this harmony can continue. Roger, you just said that you know where to find other players, which planet are we going to now? Vados looked at Roger and asked. He said so swearingly just now, then he must have his own reasons. What about you? Do you know some stronger players? Roger asked back. Anyway, Vados is the angel of the 6th universe, and she probably knows more than she does. Look at his thoughts, is it the same as the one in Dragon Ball Super? Me? I do know some humans who like to fight. First of all, the one I want to recommend is Hit, the top killer of the 6th universe. His strength is very strong, and it can be said that he is standing on the ceiling of human beings. More importantly, he has the same ability to control time as Angel, but this ability has already allowed him to run rampant in the universe. Vados was the first to introduce Hit the killer. Sure enough, there is not much change from the Dragon Ball Super, where Hit still exists like the ceiling of the 6th universe. Of course, this is except for myself. Advertisement. Well, if you have such an ability, then it can indeed have unexpected effects in battle. So what's the next option? Roger nodded first, indicating that Hit was in his consideration, and then asked. There is a good old man in the universe, his name is Feroz, and his strength has also been seen. In this universe, he is also worthy of the name. It's just that this guy's good old man has to be marked with double quotation marks, because he is a good old man in the eyes of others, but the things he does behind the scenes are very dirty, causing countless planetary wives to be separated. If it's just for the sake of the competition, this guy can be considered. Of course, if it's about character, then he may not be eligible to participate. Vados continued. In fact, I have paid attention to this guy before. He's always been known as a nice guy, he even won the Universe Peace Prize 3 times. Beloved by all humans in the universe. However, this guy is a good guy on the surface, but his deeds behind the scenes are very sinister and evil. He first sent his subordinates to invade a planet, and when the planet's humans were almost killed, he came out to subdue his subordinates. Then this planet is a matter of course, under his name, and then sold to other planets at a high price. That's what he did, a shameful act. Hey, hearing what you said, this good old man is quite interesting. Maybe we can meet him, let him correct his evil ways, and at least save some people. Of course, if he wants to, that's naturally the best. If he is unwilling, then there is no need for such a person to exist. Roger sneered and said, for 6th universe's Frost, none of this has been very favorable. Even more annoying than Frieza from the 7th universe. Although Frieza is sinister, he also has his own advantages.
That is, this guy, a real villain, will let everyone know his purpose, which is to become the overlord of the universe and then rule the entire universe.
Advertisement, but his patience with his men is good, and he is willing to be a corporal. In this regard, Frieza is much stronger than Foster. Okay, alright. Now that you come out, you basically represent Master Champa, so if you say how to do it, then we will do it. Vados nodded, also very obedient. Well, let's go to Hit first. Roger said to Vados. You must know that this guy is the most powerful warrior in the 6th universe besides himself. So this time he must participate in the battle. With his strength, it is estimated that he can deal with Son Goku and Vegeta, one of them. Even in the previous month, they may have accepted more cruel and stronger cultivation. But as long as Hit uses the flash time skill, if he is surprised, he will definitely be able to defeat one of them. As top killers, their ability to perceive or hide is incredible. After looking for 6 or 7 planets, I finally found Hit's foothold. Hitter is on this planet. I already sense his position, let's go there, Vados said to Roger. Well, let's go. I also felt a very strong aura, it should be Hit. Roger nodded. This fierce aura contained a murderous aura. If it wasn't for the decisive killing, or the killer who killed many people, it would be absolutely impossible to have such a killing spirit.